rabid.
Di ba ang dogs who are rabid kay they're like wild. So ikaw, Jiggy, do you think realistically zombies would be fast or slow?
Okay. That is a weird question because you're asking me for a realistic,
If ever.
a realistic interpretation of something that's not real.
Yeah. But for you, supposedly, kaya wag ko kasabot, ngano fast sa uban, ngano slow sa uban.
I do not know, and it's really up to the script writer, right?
Yeah.
Nakinumdum ko another Brad Pitt movie katong World War Z, right?
That was so good.
Kusog
I
man
love
kayo
that
managan
one.
ng mga zombie ato, di ba? Kusog man kayo sila managan ato.
They even cut man gani the
Lagi,
walls.
That's why. So
crazy. What the heck?
I'm not sure now kung
Yeah.
ang zombie is it supposed to
Be
run
fast
fast or walk slow?
slow?
I suspect. This is just my theory, ha.
Yeah, go ahead. This is all fictional anyway.
Kaning zombie nga kaning kusog ay managan. I think nakainom ni sila Red Bull.
Okay.
Or nakainom sila Red Bull. So kaning mga this is like the Red Bull version of the zombies, mga extra juice ka na mga energy drinks ba?
Actually, ang fastest ones gid kay before they passed away, before they became zombies, mga champion gina sila sa marathon.
Pwede.
Sa mga fun run na siya.
Pero the thing is, kung kusog sad ka mo dagan, dili ka madakpan sa mga uban nga zombie, right? So you would imagine, you would think nga mga zombie hinay managan kay kato man ang mga hinay managan. Kana bitaw nga Charles Darwin's survival of the fittest, right? Ang pasabutan na niya is kanang mga fit kayong mo fit not only physically fit but also fit
genetically
fit in the scheme of things, right?
Yes.
So kanang kusog managan dili na mahimog zombie, dili na sila mga mata, dili na sila mapaakan kay kusog man managan. So I don't know, man.
The idea for that is pag join mo mga fun run
Para dili mo mapaakan ng zombie, right?
Perfect. That's perfect.
Tara na. 105.1 TMC ang pinakasugboanon radio session. That one is called Seboom.
Seboom.
Love that song.
I know.
Nagisgot mi ganina og zombie apocalypse kaya
Yeah.
nakita si Justine og zombie movie over the weekend. What is it called again?
It's called Outside.
Outside.
It's on Netflix, guys.
And
so
ang,
good.
ang setting niya sa movie, is it in the Philippines or no?
It's in the Philippines. In fact, most of it happens. It's in a province. I don't know where exactly. Pero kanang ano gid siya? Like farmland.
Unsa man siya kaning tinagawg or binisaya?
Tagalog.
Tagalog siya.
Yeah.
So na siya unsa man is it like made for the Filipino audience or na
definitely.
Na mga subtitles nga it could potentially go global? And who directed this movie?
Gosh, I forgot the director. I'm so sorry, but
Okay.
it's ano good for global good siya because I accidentally clicked the button in the middle of the watching niya na English subs and the
Okay.
subs are really good, like
Okay.
English voice, English subtitles. You can have in Tagalog as
Okay.
well. So for all yun siya nga audiences.
So this is a movie. This is not a series.
No, it's a film. Yeah, it's a movie.
If you don't mind, if you noticed it, how long was the movie? Do you have any idea? Was it less than 2 hours?
I think less than 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think it reached.
Alright.
It's so good,
So
guys.
did
if you
it have
time.
like a yung pag-describe na niya murag siya nindo tan-awon, di ba?
Yes.
Aesthetically good. But how
Super.
about the story? Is it solid?
Even better. Yep.
Okay.
The story is so good.
wow.
And I feel like what carries it through would really be the actors. Like,
Wow.
I don't know. Because usually, manggod, kani siyang the main actor, si Sid Lucero, for those who might have seen him, sa mga ABS-CBN films, he's always playing a maldito person.
Okay, maldito
Kanang
gini siya, parang kontrabida gini siya.
kontrabida permi. Or depende ra gyud sa mga whatever his roles are. So,
Okay.
I don't know. But in this series, not to spoil, in this show rather,
Okay.
you feel bad for him. That's how good he is. Like, their family members, they look so genuine.
So kontrabida gyapon siya dire dili na.
That depends. That depends now on the viewers know how they would
okay.
see him.
Okay.
And in my point of view, dili.
Okay.
But
So, mo
maybe
ni-
you would think otherwise,
mo-
Jiggy. That's why I need you to watch it.
Mo ni siyang murag medyo kaning conflicted nga character, like say for example si Darth Vader, di ba?
Oh,
Nga
yeah.
medyo is he is evil, but actually when you hear his backstory, you're able to relate to him, like
I suppose, yeah.
like Walter White of Breaking Bad, nga he was just a school teacher who was trying to make a living, and then
Yeah.
his wife got cancer, and he became like this drug lord, right?
Oh, yeah.
So we're not condoning what he did, but you can understand.
Mag mo empathize ka with the character.
The transformation. So maayo ang iyang build up sa character. Is that what you're
Oh,
saying?
definitely, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think that's the whole premise of the film. The mystery there is in how you understand the background of the characters.
Okay.
Why, how they survive with their internal issues, aside from the fact that the world is going into chaos, as you would say. What did you say about chaos, Ricky? It's
What?
the what? Default
the default mode of the default mode of the universe.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's really pretty chaotic, right?
Yeah, but it's a really, really good film. I would suggest to everyone, whether you're a fan of horror or not. Kaya ako,
Okay.
Jiggy, as I said, kanara man gid akong kaya. I could never watch like, ungo-ungo horror. That's, oh God.
Alright.
I can't do that. That scares me
How
too
about
much.
how about you guys? Maybe you found a TV series, right, or a horror movie, or a zombie apocalypse movie, and all of that stuff. Let us know. Text, join us in our conversation at Tops Media Center on YouTube. You can also text me
Woohoo,
at our text
special
number.
line.
Yes, we have a brand new TMC line. It's 0. We haven't memorized it yet. Pardon me. Until
Sorry,
now.
guys.
It takes a lot of
It's
repetition.
okay, but guys, if you can also share if these are specifically Filipino films, because I'm proud of this one,
Yeah.
getting outside ng film. Kaya it's Filipino gid siya, pero
So
it's so
it-
pang-international.
It has to be a Filipino film that you saw over the weekend.
Yeah, that you
Pinoy,
feel is something you're proud
Binisaya,
of.
Tinagawag in English, it doesn't matter. 0999-887-6070. That's 0999-887-6070. I was invited to a movie premiere of a Cebuano film. Murag action to siya. I was not able to actually go, but murag nagkadaghan na ni sila.
Okay.
Naanay mga local filmmakers sa taga Cebu nga maghimo sila mga movies, and I think
Grabe,
this
yes.
also needs our support, right?
Yeah, and I'm glad that Netflix has become then a platform for that. There's this one director years ago, this really good film called, I think you like it, Jig. It's kind of philosophical also. I think it was called Birdshot. It's called Birdshot, and it's at this time kaninga director, Filipino director Red Mikhail. He was like starting off pa, and I remember I DM'd him pa at that time, like couple years ago, maybe 4 years ago. I was like, I love your film on
Okay.
Netflix. I'm so glad nga nabutang siya sa Netflix, blah blah.
Okay.
And then the next thing I know,
Taga Cebu na siya, taga Cebu.
no, but Filipino director ni siya.
Okay.
And I remember, mar siya indie at that time ba?
Indie pa siya.
Indie pa siya. Niya. Message pa ko niya katong gamay pa yung followers. Like,
Okay.
probably 1,000 plus lang.
Okay.
Then he started working with Nadine Lustre. And now Nadine Lustre is like his muse for almost every horror film he comes out with.
So
It's
horror gyapon siya.
murag horror thriller na yung genre. So, as in, big na kay siya now. And a lot of most of his films.
What is his name again?
Red Mikhail.
Red
Mikhail, mas siguro, no?
Red Mikhail.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I think he just is simply called Red, right?
yeah, just Red.
Yeah, I think I know. I've heard of that.
Yeah, have you
name.
heard of
So
him?
Red, yeah.
Nindako, he blew up, so I'm really happy to seeing him. I remember I was telling him, your indie film is so international, like pang international level. But he won so many awards, and the next thing I know, ano na siya? Like now, he's big. And
Okay.
Nadine Lustre is one of his muses for most of his films. She's like always the main character for his films. So,
Importante
so
nga
cool.
importante ka na nga na kay murag you stumble upon a formula ba, di ba?
Yeah.
Mo na pasabot nimo nga muse siguro nga kani nga ang direktor makakita silang artista nga medyo mo patok siya niya. And then they continue using that process actually is being used many times in many movies I see nga kanang nagyo director nga wants to work with a specific group of actors, right?
Yeah, kaya it's either naanda na, so maybe they
have
like those.
they have a working relationship, and at the same time murag why mess with the formula, right?
Yeah.
Let's do it again if it still works, right?
Yeah, but I could really never handle the kind of mga horror films about mga supernatural, ungo-ungo. Like, especially when it comes to kind of possess jiggy. Oh, I can't.
Oh my
those
God.
really scare me because those are real, man, good, ba? There are cases like that, so I never.
What do you mean
I
by
never watch those.
First of all, what do you mean by they're real? Because usually they are just
Oh yeah,
mora
yeah.
og mga a kind of maybe epilepsy, right? Or maybe kaning
Oh, yeah.
kaning when they call it bangongot, ngigipatol,
Oh, yeah.
all of these words that we use
Yeah,
actually,
yeah.
these are actual
Like superstitious.
medical or psychological
Yeah, exactly.
mental conditions, right?
Yeah.
We actually treat them sometimes
As spiritual.
inappropriately, right? Musamot na yun ang usahay, right?
Oh yeah, mass hysteria is
Yeah,
real, and
yeah.
sometimes but I think for those who have if you have like a belief in faith, there are we do believe in like my exorcism and
Yeah,
those
okay.
there are cases of that. So
Okay.
that's why those kind of films, to be honest, they scare me because
Yeah.
I feel like I don't want to
Yeah, most
expose myself.
Exactly. Most Filipinos actually believe in that. So
That's why I don't want to
that
entertain
movie,
ba.
That movie formula actually works because I think that's important, right? Nga imong salida imog yung i-temper with what the culture likes and what the culture believes in,
that's
right?
true. That's true. Yeah.
So importante na siya nga nakasabot ka unsa ang mga pagtuo, unsa ang mga hunahuna sa mga tao para diha ka mosud sa ilang istorya.
Yeah.
And that's the best.
Okay.
That's the best part about weaving stories. You have to weave a little bit of truth into the fiction, right?
Okay, that makes sense why for the Westerners ba, patok kay nila ang kind of horror or thriller films nga one person lives in that house and then there's like a killer. Kay ang ilang culture sa Western, most of them live independently man. Di kay na siya mupatok, I feel like, or that idea hasn't really been, it's famous here,
What?
pero
Like,
realistically, we live with family man good.
For example, what particular movie are you talking about? Ganang,
I don't have-
Live Alone.
I don't have-
most of the assassins, most of the
Mga John Wicks of the world.
most of those people in movies and in real life, actually, in real life, especially. Not just in the United States or the West, but also here in Asia, in the Philippines, right? Kaning marami silang mga lone wolves, right? Kaya dili man sila they're antisocial. They don't meld well with society at large, right? So medyo alone gyud sila. So you're saying this is like a Western phenomenon. You
I
feel like?
think maybe, you're right. I would like to piggyback on your idea of
Okay.
how when you create films or the genre of films or the plots, they also vary depending on the culture. Like where siya musikat, depending na siya sa culture. So in our cases, because Filipinos are predominantly Catholic, we like the idea of mga supernatural beings, mga exorcisms and stuff like that. So it's a famous kind of idea sa mga films, horror films here.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, you know what, that would make sense. Why sa Western world, ang ilang horror films nga masikat also are the type, or thriller, the type bitaw nga there's like one person living in a house and then there's this killer trying to attack them from the outside or kanang someone trying to get in their house and the whole struggle is mahibong ka until the end of the film. Ngano wa ni tabang niya? Ngano wa na lang di siya maasog help? And then you come to the realization that, it's because that person is literally isolated, living alone in the middle of nowhere. Dili man na uso sa ato because naturally our culture, I feel like as Filipinos, we live with our family members. Na magit tay kapitbahay.
Extended families.
Oh, like if you shout, your neighbor is bound to hear that good. Lahi ra man gyud ang tapad-tapad or tagbalay. It's very rare that I think Filipinos would really choose to live in the middle of nowhere just alone as one person.
And
no?
I just this is dawned upon me just now.
No?
Nakanon sa ko ba nga kani mga kanang zombie apocalypse movies ba? There's a sense, there's a feeling, at least a growing sense nga medyo the world is now overpopulated, right, and overrun. Right?
Oh, no.
So the zombie apocalypse movies actually works to that feeling, right? That fervor. Nga murag we're overrun by
and the way that how fast bitaw mo spread ang virus, makathink ka nga, that's so unrealistic.
Yeah.
But after COVID, you can realize, no, viruses can actually spread quickly.
Just like that, right?
Yeah.
And the whole entire world was locked down because of
something unexpected like that. Yeah.
Unexpected because it was something that we did not understand. Of course, we were in many ways. Speaking of COVID, we kind of overreacted in many ways, but still, that was something that we haven't experienced before.
Yeah.
So pardon me for the. Pardon us
for the medyo
for the overreaction.
Oo.
But eventually, of course, we will learn how to.
But it was necessary for me, no?
Yeah, it is necessary for
Us to overreact.
for us to. That's normal for something that we don't understand. Of course, eventually we. Mura matag need to recalibrate, diba?
Yes,
Ato
yes,
mag-usab ang
yes.
atong reaction. In fact, we started opening up and all of that stuff, right? Nakasabot na ta nga ang mga more vulnerable individuals, mo to
Yes.
sila atong bantayan,
Unahon,
all of that
oo.
stuff. So we started opening the schools and all of that stuff. But yeah, I mean, diseases actually are there every single day, right?
Yeah, that's
Karon lang, if you touch somebody who somebody sneezed at or whatever, right? And you touch that
The
surface,
surfaces,
you will get sick.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah,
yeah.
that is not a foreign idea, right? Even before the pandemic, nakasabot ta kung naay ubo sa elevator, matakdan gyud ta.
And how masks were even a thing
Yeah,
way before
yeah,
the pandemic,
yeah.
no? So yeah, but ikaw Gijigi, kanina you mentioned when we were on break, if a zombie apocalypse were to happen,
Yeah.
well, asa mo, where would you stay? Where's your kanang sanctuary?
I would hide in SNR.
Orlanders.
Yeah, Orlander, so that I will have all the supplies. I'm going to go straight to the meat section, and maybe get one of those
Sugbada yun.
get one of those grillers
Yeah.
at SNR, and then magsugba-sugban lang.
Okay,
ko dito.
madaot na sa ng meat.
Yeah, so what I'm
You
going to do,
gotta-
I'm going to lock up and make sure that SNR is secure, right? Because I know everybody's thinking the same, right? So I'm gonna
But
make sure.
Chiki, I feel like everyone's gonna go there.
That's
How
why
are you-
That's why I want to make it secure.
So you're gonna shun people out?
No, I'm just gonna have to.
Basta you have your own supply.
Yeah, I have my own supplies, and I'm gonna have to share it to a few people, right?
Okay.
Na enough lang sa supplies,
Oh,
right?
I know how you're gonna test it out. You're gonna be like, you have your supplies in the back now.
Yeah.
And they're like, sir, please give us some. No, can you spend? You're like, what radio station do you listen to?
And if you don't listen to 105.1 TMC,
Get out of here.
wa mo'y labot.
Finally, local music has found a home. TMC, the best of us. Welcome to the magic hour.
Sige, sige, I'll make sure to schedule properly.
Yeah.
If we have an artist every day or something.
Asia,
And then so we can announce, oh, by the way, tomorrow, mga akong guest para look forward.
US, and more. The magic hour, 12 noon to 1 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. The magic hour from 105.1 TMC.
Ako si Bobby Fernandez, Asian trainer ni Manny Pacquiao. Gikinahanan niya perming lagsik ug update ang akong paglawas. Ang akong sekreto, laptop papi. Dugay na akong nagainom ni sugat pa kaniadto. Kung gusto mo nga kanunay nga alerto.
What is kanunay, Jiggy?
Always.
Laptop papi.
Kanunay.
Sekreto sa mga champion.
Kanunay na alert to, always alert.
Mars, matindi ang bunso ko. May hika naman si Junior. Nauso, ipatawas natin. Mga Mars, para sa ubo at hika ng mga bata, Plemex for Kids. Ang Plemex for Kids ay gawa sa halamang lagundi. Tinutunaw at pinalalabas ang lema. Ginhawa para sa mga bata. Totoo, hindi chismis. Camille Prats yung ko, nagtitiwala sa Plemex.
Because we will always generally move plans for kids. Symptoms persist. Consult your doctor.
Mamis, agawan agad ang ubo at plemang nakabara. Pambatang lagundi, Plemex!
Kada adlaw pagbantay kay maghatag ninyo 105 pesos in GCash. Just log on to Tops Media Center on Facebook. Wait for a surprise post for the instructions. Follow and win 105 pesos. Simply log on to the official Facebook page of 105.1 TMC at Tops Media Center. Follow and win.
People are saying Bita, we're breaking history because a lot of the songs that we play, they would never hear it in any other station.
Who said that?
Like the people in the comments, so I'm like, yeah, that's right. We don't discriminate.
At the hospital.
Pananglit means, for example, Jiggy na?
Pananglitan, for
So panglit, how about panglitan? Is that the same?
Pananglitan.
What is panglitan?
For example.
Pananglitan. Kung pananglit, na naman siya ulitan. That's the same.
Pananglit. I don't know now.
Guys, this is why I have to ask always. I want to be super fluent again at the end of this.
Anza.
That's why I ask. I always want to be super fluent by the end of this, guys.
Super fluent, ah.
Yeah. That would be an achievement. Imagine at the end of the year, Jiggy, if ano na kayo ko.
Bangitan na kayo mukha.
Bangitan means really good, right?
Yeah, bangitan.
Imagine if bangitan na kayo ng Bisaya. Diba? Watch, guys. What's Bisaya of like? What's Bisaya of abangan mo? Tagalog, abangan nyo. Like,
Abangan, pagbantay-bantay.
pagbantay-bantay mo, guys. Malay ka nang watch at the end pa. Watch out, guys, at the end of this year.
Laot nga na uli
Good morning to Bert. Daghang salamat sa imo ang pagpamino and joining us on the chat at Tops Media Center on YouTube. You can do the same. Join us.
Yeah.
This one is Bisoy and the rest of Sheila and the Insects. Your comedy on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Bisoy. Bisoy.
Ano yung bandahan nga?
This really sounds
The Dawn was looking for.
okay.
That we interviewed them. So what's the Sheila and the Insects?
Okay, sila.
Kaya kaning The Dawn mong good. They're also initially as a band. They were also all English band. Most of the Cebuano artists were all English mong good. In the beginning, back in the late
No wonder their
80s,
names are
early
also
90s.
English.
But also, what happened was, relate sila sa mga banda nga mga think like them ba?
That's dope.
You bore me with repetition.
Bore me with repetition. Do they still make new music? Ani sila?
Wala na.
Wala na.
I was able to talk to them and interview them in one of our backstage episodes. And wala na. Pero
Ano man daw?
they just do it for fun.
Ah, okay.
You know,
I think all of them are busy na
They
siguro, no?
don't really care about making money off of it, but
Yeah.
because they have their own jobs. You know?
Yeah, now.
Real life is
Outside of,
Yeah.
there's more to life, right?
listen, sige lang to Cargo. Their music is actually very, in a way, inaccessible because like you bore me with your repetition.
No, that's cool.
Who can relate to that?
You bore me with your repetition. That's awesome. For example,
Yeah, we
students
can.
can relate to that at school.
Yeah, no, but like that's such a the way you phrase it also. You bore me with it.
Not I'm bored with repetition. It's you bore me. Nakikiri you have to know. Genius. They could say, I'm bored with your repetition. Like it, you bore me. Allah. You bore me with repetition, guys.
With your repetition.
With your baguette. You bore me with your repetition. Allah. Yeah, the melody base sounds very happy. Yeah, the lyrics, you bore me with repetition.
One minute, this is actually a 80s, the pure sound, similar to the Dawn, the guitar, the voice style.
Oh.
One of these are 80s, these are 90s. And high-tech guitar, though. The bass,
Okay.
diba? This is a certain sound that only a few people can access.
They also have that singing style before, like, like those songs oh my god, this is one song, he really sings that way, I wanna push you around.
So that's Box 20.
Do you know how they sing in that old time? Like, they sing this way, but like I always make fun of it with my dad. Like they always sound like, yeah.
No,
Like,
that's
that's a
different.
style.
That's different also. You will understand later what sound I'm talking about. Pero kana imong gisgot that match Box 20. That's also another style. Southern twang, but
Oh,
Southern twang.
push you around.
Ow, well, ow.
Yeah, you got it right. That's exactly what I meant.
So,
You bore me.
105.1 TMC ang pinakasubuanon nga radio
Ooh.
station sa tibuok kalibutan.
Woo, whole universe,
Yeah.
whole galaxy.
Ayun, so what talk about na yung mga Bisaya ng Martian there. What talk about? Diba?
Yeah.
In the multiverse, everything that's possible is possible. So what ba nga some planet out there?
Yeah.
Mas
No.
na radio station ipakuman mas binisaya, mas
No,
bisaya
no, no,
pagid
no.
lugar.
I doubt it. I'm
Really?
sure even
You
the
think
other Jiggy Juice,
Really?
basin ang other Jiggy Juice, the other universe is dili lemon niya ang juice, niya kay orange.
Orange juice, yeah, but they're still squeezing the life out of it, right?
For sure.
So among hisgutan rong puntaga is the movies, the TV
Yeah.
series
Mm-hmm.
that we have seen over the weekend.
Yeah.
Please share it to us. So magstoryahan ita about it.
Yeah, guys.
And maybe you can join us on the chats. Top of the morning to you, Bert. Si Bert.
Hi, Bert.
Nakita na ako gagahapon. Kay I was here during the Elevate race to tops murag biking event last Sunday yesterday. It was organized by a friend from Sacred Heart School batch in 2007. And yeah, Makuman, si Bert was actually there.
One of the bikers?
One of the bikers.
Oh,
yeah.
cool.
Puti ka po yato. Nagsugod sila sa kaning Sacred Heart School for Boys Old Campus.
And then bike all the way up here.
All the way up here.
Grabe, no?
Medyo, if you think about it, medyo duura, diba? Okay, that's just approximately less than 10 kilometers. Pero ang tungason from the foot
just to get up
of GOI Square.
Yeah,
Napita all the way up.
The way
so that's like back breaking.
That was me, Jiggy, but I'll probably take a break at every stop. Like, take restaurants on the way, coffee shop, breaks up here, breaks up. Ma-uplan ko whole day. But grabe si Bert, no? Bert's been an avid supporter of the studio. Thank you so much for listening to us every day, Bert. And then, did he get to visit the studio yesterday?
No, I doubt it. Murag ipaningon to siya maayo. He was raring to go home already.
Yeah, catching his breath.
Yeah.
Oh, Joel Lim says on our chat on YouTube, have you heard the new song by Rose and Bruno Mars, APT? This is going to be a top song for many radio stations for the rest of the year. I haven't heard it yet, but that's something that came out over the weekend, but I'm sure Kuya Magic's going to play in the Magic Hour. Come on.
Absolutely.
Kuya Magic's one of the biggest Blackpink fans, and he always has the newest songs for you
Wait,
guys.
is Rose a Blackpink member?
Rose, yeah. She's
Rose,
a Black,
okay.
yeah.
I didn't know that. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, so Rose is a member of Blackpink, and for sure, Kuya Magic has all the hottest hits and all the international hits. So later on,
in the Magic Hour, right?
Yeah, at 12, right?
12
After our
yeah.
show. So guys, stay tuned. If you want to have a good lunch, ganahan mo nga, magsaya-saya mo while eating, just make sure di mo matukan.
Mag-ikid-ikid mo. Right? Mag-ikid-ikid mo while you're having lunch, right? You're burning calories. Magsaya mo na kabayo.
Yeah, that's true. Stand up dance while eating. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah. This sound now, the sound of horses will forever be connected to the horse race by Randolph Delia for me.
Know. Can you tell me something about that, Jiggy?
Hear that? What?
Your experience of a silent auction. Because you told me last time that akong idea of auction was wrong because it's not the 500 to $200 goes a person and what? It's not like that. The way you said.
Kuan man na siya kanang mura man na siya kanang Pawn Star man yung pasabot na auction.
Kanang sa TV nga show nito, kanang Storage Wars.
Kanang sa murag Christie's Museum, kanang mga museums medyo mas tailored na sila, mas refined.
So wala ka ni say ana, wala ka na.
No, because we only also had one portrait, one artwork to auction. So really kayo
not like that.
Not like that.
Okay,
so
how did it go?
It was pretty exciting and all of that stuff. But bottom line is that painting is just unbelievable. Ang iyahang pasabot atong horse race ba is that we're all in this horse race together. Kung dili ka manimuha, kung dili ka mag-una-una, kung dili ka kaning magrubo-rubo o ginagmay, kung dili ka competitive, kung dili ka malakay grip, maulahin ka.
But I think how I would interpret that, Jiggy, the best thing about that is that you don't have to compete with other people in the race.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't know, I grew up with the idea that you are your only competitor in life, so it could be that you're competing with past selves, past versions of yourself, not other people.
Kanay mo ang description that you're only competing with yourself is a mindset, right? It is a mindset, and that's a great mindset. You're only competing against yourself, but the truth is, when you go out there and do your thing, especially if you work in let's say in an office environment, right? Or maybe perhaps in a competitive sports, right? You're not just competing with yourself; you're also competing with other people beside you. For example, I'll give you an example. Kanang mo run or maybe mag-bike, right?
Yeah, marathon.
Marathon, right? Kung ikaw rin mudagan sa imong kagalingon, lahi ay imong experience, you're thinking about compete with myself, right? That's fine, right?
Yeah.
And then you have like a watch.
Beating your personal records.
And then you want to make sure that instead of 15 minutes, you're able to do it in 14 minutes or something like that. Less time, right? But kung nagaling magdagan sa atubangan mo o naay magkukod sa imong luyo, lahi yun ang feeling. There's a feeling that, I don't want to let this guy beat me behind from to come from behind, and I don't want to. I don't want to eat their dust too. So I will have to overtake this guy.
Okay.
This is the kind of self-talk that I do personally to motivate me, right? So like good, if you're out there in the real world competing against other people, like good motivation kung ikaw ra sa umusa, you're just all by yourself, right? And competing against yourself.
Yeah.
You may be able to convince yourself, but dili siya as motivational for me.
I think that's why in every race, nang yun na yung first place, second
Correct,
place.
yeah.
No?
Correct,
but I feel like you can also lose yourself if you have that mindset too much. So again, I would always say it's an appropriation of things of balance, not competing against yourself
but here's
and
the
other
thing.
people.
That is still a kind of a mindset that you have in your head to achieve that thing that you want to do in the first place. That's to compete against yourself. But it's super duper important to understand because you don't live in a vacuum, right?
Yeah.
You don't. So
that's the reality.
So even if you think like that, you're only competing against yourself. That's fine, right? That is
to a certain extent.
That is your positive self-talk, right? That is your way to deal with the universe, right? You don't want to have to think about competition, because some people they don't like to compete. That's what Randolph Delia was telling me. I'm not the kind of person that likes to compete.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So in fact, he said nga mas maayo hinon nga mapildi siya because he is mura sa dili siya ma deterred, dili siya ma discouraged, but in fact it becomes a kind of motivation for him, right? And I think that's important. That's important to have that kind of mind trick. It's kind of competing against yourself. It's a kind of mind trick too.
It's also good.
Who told you that? You just made that stuff up, right? That you're competing with yourself, right?
It's a comfort to yourself.
Yeah. So nindot na siya, that's good. But it's also good to because some people, like for example, I'll give you an example. See Michael Jordan, right?
Yeah.
He would invent like conflict in his head, like just in his head. Like, I'm gonna destroy you. I'm gonna defeat you, right? Just in the context of the game. Just in the context of the game. Of course, he's not going to destroy him in real life. So these are
the sense of competition to keep himself motivated.
Yeah, motivated.
Yeah.
So
that's the reality of life. You don't compete alone outside.
Yeah, and it's also just it's just an instrument, right?
Yeah.
In your head, right? It's not saying manglupig you got it. It's not saying
manamak.
It's just a thing that you do in your head to motivate you. Right?
Yeah, that's true.
Am I correct?
Yeah.
Is that too much?
No, I get it. So is that why you specifically really you like this painting? I remember every time we passed by, you were like, "Man, I love this painting. Look at it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Detail and all that." Is that one of the paintings you wish you would purchase?
Yeah. If I had 8.5 million
really?
pesos, yeah, I would definitely purchase
no?
that. Because I was trying to imagine it. But imagine like if you place that painting in in your bedroom, right? And
you said bedroom.
And then you wake up and hey, it is a horse race out there. Jiggy juice,
You need the sound effect also. You need this to play.
Get off your comfortable bed and go out there and compete, right? Ikaw, Justin, like, what are your thoughts on the way you compete, the way you try to excel? What is your motivation?
I wouldn't actually consider myself a very competitive person. That's the thing.
Okay.
It's funny because, we talk about it in my family, and I would say compared to my siblings, I'm not very competitive. In general, I think I am ambitious for myself, but not necessarily competitive. And I don't know what it is.
What does that mean? Can you give us the distinction?
Ambisyoso pero dili.
Unsa may diferensya sa ambisyoso pero dili ka competitive? What does that mean?
No?
Because sometimes when you're ambitious,
it follows.
You have a dream, right? So
Yeah.
that means that you're competitive because you can't have an ambition and not want to fight for that ambition, right?
I don't
What do you mean by that?
I feel like ambitious in such a way that I always want something for myself. Like I have, like everyone else, no? you have certain set of dreams and hopes and aspirations, but I rarely compare myself to other people. It could be a good thing or a bad thing, maybe in a sense. I just don't like to entertain those kind of thoughts because basin ma-affected ko. But, I always want to, Jiggy, the word is palahi. So I don't really want to think about what other people have and what I don't have. Ang ako lang is, bala sila, basta I'm gonna do my own thing. So, growing up, I feel like my dad was always specific about that. Like, you just have to break your own boundaries and kanang break out of your comfort zone.
But what,
Focus lang on you. But
what does that mean? Your own thing? Because
yeah,
again,
what does doing your own thing mean?
Yes. Because again,
very vague, no?
I don't want to go philosophical on you this morning, but
go ahead.
The idea of the self is because we
evolve.
No. The idea of who you are, it is against the backdrop of what others are, right?
Yeah.
Because
also
you can't think of you will have and you don't have an idea kung kinsa ka. Kung wala ka idea unsang mo ban.
So that's the gauge.
Yeah. So,
how everyone is.
You know what I mean? Because
okay. So the metric of your success is based on if it's like a ranking. Syempre, to know if you're number 1, you gotta see who's number 2, who's number 3. Ana, is that what you mean?
That's not what I said. I said the idea of the self is based on what others are, right?
Okay.
Because like I said, kita, we are as one of the famous lines would say, we are kita as people. We are the sound of one hand clapping. Kita as individuals, right?
Sound of one hand clapping. I like that.
Kita mura tag pakpak o sarang kamot, right?
Yeah.
Wala man tay kalibutan unsa ta kung dili ta mo rub against other people, right?
Yeah.
So we are the sound of one hand clapping. So we really don't understand who we are until
if it's not for
until we interact with other people.
Okay.
Right? Of course, the first people that we interact atong ikastorya kadaghanan atong mga amahan, atong inahan, atong mga classmates and all of that stuff. So that's where we get a sense of self. So moingon ka nga, ako lang, I don't compete, I don't care about what other are. Not caring means that you already have an idea of what they are because you cannot say you don't have a feeling of something if you don't know what it is.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah. I do take into account my environment and those around me.
Yeah.
I feel like ang priority ng nako is to beat my own record, but it doesn't mean that
to
I
beat
don't.
your own record.
Yeah, and I think maybe it was just instilled in me, Jiggy, how I grew up. Personally, I'm also when I became a teacher, I'm not a fan of ranking students, and I think it's the way I was raised. Also in high school, I'm very glad our school was in my alma mater. Dili sila mo reveal og ranking. In fact, they empower every.
Okay.
You can be in the honors.
Okay, so wala sa cum laude, is that what you mean?
Nah, but
so
kung tuyoon, everyone can be cum laude if all of you hit the metric.
So that's correct. But they're being disingenuous because kung nasa like cum laude, then that means that was like ranking, right?
Well, there can be 2 cum laudes like in our graduating batch.
But still, everybody else is not cum laude.
There's a metric to reach, meaning there's a goal, a personal goal set for everyone. But I feel like in my case, I grew up with that mindset. Although I look at those around me, I'm all for empowering other people. Sige, it's a competition and that, pero my priority focus, meaning I still look at that, but nangingibabaw ako ang I just look at my past, and as long as I can beat that, I'll be glad.
Okay, but how about for other people?
For other people,
because you're an educator, right? So how do you look at it? For example, when I was a bata rin dili kayo it's let's just say it's a
subject,
okay. Right? Di kayo mamino, whatever. So how do you assess that situation?
In the context of this, no, like
in the context of you being a teacher, because you mentioned it.
Okay.
Yeah. How do you feel about it?
How do I feel about that? If there's a kid not so performing?
Yeah.
Well, I would always encourage the students, do not box yourself into how your other classmates are, because sometimes there's that pressure. I don't know if makarelate ka ni Jiggy, because I'm sure you're one of the top performing.
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was one of those very distracted students.
For same time.
Yeah, maglingkod-lingkod ko sa kay numdum jud ko aning maglingkod ko na kay mga philosophical deep thoughts. For example, like when I sit there.
Okay, I can imagine this.
Maglingkod ko na this was one of my most difficult classes, which is the mathematics class of.
Oh my God, same that.
Professor Lutaw. When you paghuman maglingkod-lingkod ko dito magunahon ako nga. I feel like every single one of my classmates and I are interconnected. Like I feel like this is like one blob of life in the classroom, that we're all interconnected. and I'm
Okay,
just
okay.
like a cog, like a murag gamay lang ko nga instrument, gamay lang ko
Yeah,
nga
yeah.
pisa sa tibuok classroom. Or that's how I felt.
I love how you're super
Yeah.
imong teacher na busy discuss ang mga
so,
algebra and
kaya
then ikaw
kaya di mo ko kasabot. So lain lang murag nasaag
like
ko.
think na
murag-
lang philosophical.
Gadudat ko ADHD ko. I think I'm an undiagnosed ADHD. Ikaw, you were about to say something.
Yeah, sorry. Going back to my point, I was just doing a sidetrack now,
Okay,
thinking
okay.
about how you're probably one of the high performing students. Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, sometimes students do get pressured, in the sense that everyone else in their class is performing in such a way that reaches the metrics of the school,
Okay.
and sometimes they feel insecure about that. Nga, tanan ako classmates kay right, they can get this lesson. Ako hindi lagi ko kasabot, ano ba?
Mhm.
So again, that's another example of how that is a negative self-talk in such a way that you are looking at them as your only competition. So I always thought that, okay, it's good that you look at your classmates, but like you said, dapat inspiration animo, no? That if everyone else is doing good, then you also most probably can. But focus lang gid ka on your own progress, meaning di ka magsigtanaw sa scores. Kaya maglagot ko ana Jigip,
Yeah, yeah.
when students ask me, Miss, may I see my score? Okay, show them the score.
Mm.
Muli, pila ang kang, for example, pila ang kang Jigip, pila ang kang. Why do you need to know?
Mhm.
Like, why do you need to know? I just want to know. Okay, I get that if you want to know. So I think that's what you mean, Jigging.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes it would help. It's also a good motivation to know ba sa imong mga kauban.
Yeah.
Not that it's negative.
Because society has made up all of these
Yeah.
goals, right? And
Mm.
everything that we have, everything that we see, everything that we believe, most of it are just made up, right?
Yeah.
So kind of metrics of success. We
Kita
all,
lagi po nag-make ana.
we all just made that
Yeah.
stuff up, right? And kana ato ang aspirations to reach that certain grade, for example, to
Yeah.
reach that certain level in society, those are just made up. What I'm proposing is that
Okay.
kana mga estudyante nga medyo weak aning aside, because we're all geniuses in some part of
I
our
like
lives,
that.
right? We're all
Yes.
smart in some part of our life.
Mm-mm.
In fact, the idea of what intelligence is, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about the dog being smarter than us because sila nagpa-cute lang sila, right? Ato sila palitan og pagkaon kung masakit sila atong hospital sila.
Mas mahal pa
Mas,
kaysa sa...
mas mahal pa sa tao pag human ka palitan sa ilang ginahan.
Yes.
Ilang
Matog.
ilang trabaho magpa-cute ra gyud. Diba?
Yes.
Iguli nila magpa-cute.
Cooper, you
Diba,
know.
diba? So kinsa may mas bright ani ron, right?
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is intelligence and smartness is a made up concept, right?
Yeah. Of multiple facets and levels.
So posible yun nga kaning tawhana dili ni siya bright ani niya dapita siya kinabuhi pero wala ta kibaw. So I think the job
I like that.
of the educator, the job of the parent, the job of the friend is to find out unsa man nga butanga nga maayo ni siya.
Okay, play their strengths.
You know, tatanaw gid sa ilahang personalidad naam gyud na
Yeah.
kay kana mga geniuses po, if you see mga grabe ka genius na niya, they're also very weak and stupid in other facets of their
Yeah,
lives, right?
perhaps sa mga
Yeah.
social
Yeah.
social aspect of their
Yeah.
life, they're not super developed.
Yes. So
yeah, that's true.
kanang tao nga, let's just say kanang well-developed yun, full person nga, I think that's just an ideal, right?
Yeah, it is an ideal.
Na kung ganahan ka na mumayo ka sa usa ka butang sa kinabuhi, you have to focus on it. You have to, you have to spend like as Malcolm Gladwell would put it, 10,000 hours, right?
At that.
That's what's required to be good at something, right?
Pero that was the old,
naagyoy sacrifice, naagyoy mas-sacrifice. Pwede po naman, it's also a decision to be a jack of all trades, master of none. That can also be a personal decision,
Yeah.
which is well and good too. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
That's not a thing, right?
Yeah, but I think that's the old mind. You know how like before I felt like I don't know if it's with educators or the culture with our elders before kinda if you're not good with academics and they feel like you're basically not good at anything else. So I like how you put emphasis in how everyone is smart at something.
Yeah.
So the same way we're also ignorant in some things.
So many things,
So
right?
dapat din ta maghinambugiro na this
Exactly,
person is not
exactly.
good. Hindi siya bright aning subject. So
Wala
hindi
yun.
na siya bright at all. So it doesn't follow all the time, right?
So
I love that.
that's how you look at other people. Nga, kung dili sila, let's just say, dili sila maayo in English, for example,
Okay,
right?
that's a perfect example.
Yeah,
Not fluent in English.
Kana pagtuon mo na tugod nga kanang maayo in English kana nakaskwela og tarong kana mga nakaskwela og mga mahalon nga eskwelahan or
Okay.
all of that stuff, right?
Mhm.
So maka-istorya kang tao, dili kibaw mo in English, mo ka bugo na siya, right? Automatically in your head.
Yeah.
Some people, right?
Misconception.
But that's
Okay.
but that's not true. Number one, mas maayo pa na nimo binisaya, oy, most likely, right? Right? Am I
That's
correct?
true, that's true.
Right? So that alone is an example of somebody nga dili maayo usa ka butang pero he made more
Might
than
be
made
brilliant on something else.
some other things. Kasi dramaturgo na siya, nga maayo mo musuwat o binisay. You don't know.
So
You don't know,
I think the lesson there would really to be to play your strengths.
Yeah.
Kind of more capitalize on your strengths.
And you assess people, you judge them, you understand them. You be more forgiving with other people. You know when.
I pag judgmental.
Yeah. So of course, there are actual people who are probably really, really actually not so smart, right? I mean, maybe, right? Maybe that person exists, right?
Okay,
Maybe.
maybe.
But
they're still better than you in some things.
But if you try hard enough, you will find the genius in others. If you
in yourself.
Yeah, in others too.
Okay.
You will also find the genius in
I
others
like that.
if you try.
So everyone's a
hard
genius at something.
At something.
Perfect.
And of course, it's also your job to find that what that genius is, right? It is
Yeah.
your personal mission to find out.
We should
Mac
be
help,
motivated.
my bungkag Mac help. Daghang salamat sa
Top of the
imong
morning.
pagpaminaw. Hi to his daughter Faye Victoria Romerate Salomon. Daghang salamat sa imong pagpaminaw. He's having a little tummy
Oh,
ache.
she. That's why paulit tang
Yeah,
siya.
si Faye. May buntag mo diya, Faye.
Get well soon.
From 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Come on!
Motivation.
How this levers work in society. So you use them. You know, if you want to lead people to wherever you want to go, like a kind of progress, right? So you understand all of these things. That's good. If you have a good understanding of how society works, right?
I like, sometimes I feel like I need to, sometimes, no matter how old you get, you need to realize that you don't live in a vacuum.
Yeah.
I am, kung my sister's very competitive, bali si Jaden,
Yeah.
she's actually very competitive.
Yeah.
Ako, not so.
Okay.
Sometimes feeling gay na ako kulang. So,
Okay.
what you said earlier, really, feeling ako, ego ko na, that's true.
That's all
The
right.
reality is, you don't live in a vacuum.
Yeah.
So, sometimes you need to be a little bit competitive.
Yeah.
Basta na sobraan ang sad ko og think ba nga, it's fine.
No.
Do my own thing.
Actually, if you think about it, when you compete against yourself, that's a high bar, you know. That's a high bar,
It
right?
is, pero
Yeah.
important sa balance siguro,
But that's
no?
a high bar.
Oo.
But that's a high bar. So what you do, of course, you're actually still, in a way, maybe subliminally competing against others, because if you're inspired by watching a performance and you want to be like that, that's a kind of motivation.
Or
also, right?
subconsciously
Yeah.
getting a basis from everyone else.
Yeah.
Because then again, kita rin mag-ipon mo sa metrics.
Yeah.
So it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, for example, see what's his name? See Randolph, right?
Yeah.
He gets inspiration from watching other artworks, right? So like he mentioned.
So even though he competes with himself, the inspiration is out from external.
Yeah.
Kasi
He saw Spolarium by Juan Luna, one of the paintings that he saw.
I know, and then ano siya, na-inspire siya.
Oh, you heard that, right?
Yeah,
So
I remember that.
I asked him, does it find its way to your art? He said, yeah. In fact, he has a tribute to Juan Luna. So
Dili ta palupig. That's true.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Actually,
What's funny
at
is
the end of the day, we don't know. No, everything that I just said, everything that you just said, all
we don't know.
made us.
I like how at the end of our conversation, I was like, I don't know, man. No, I like how in math class, you're
Yeah.
really thinking, it's so funny, like everyone's thinking, x plus 9 plus Anna, the square root.
Yeah.
Then Jiggy is, we're all connected.
So maybe I'll just ask somebody else about that.
Oh,
I don't want to.
funny.
I don't want to get that. I don't want to understand that. But in the scheme of things, that we're all connected. Can I just ask the head of?
No, it's funny, but like I can imagine how it looks like. Jiggy, what's your number? Like one of your classmates, Jiggy, do you know that? And you're like, no, but I do know that we're all connected.
And somebody in
We
this
all
room,
exist.
somebody in this room knows that. So I'm just gonna access that part of me.
Yeah.
That's part
Like,
of you.
Guys, you're all distracted, but do you not realize how it's also deeper levels than now thinking. Like, did you guys even think of that? I bet none of you thought of that right now. Try thinking that bit.
So hilarious, man.
Pero I get that. That's like a mini Zan before, so it gave me because
Who?
Zan?
Xander? Zan.
Si Tumagan, the one who works at Louis Vuitton. Remember in class, math. Then the teacher's like, do you understand? And we're like, then I look at Zan. Then he's just like, when I look at him, we're like, no. Basta we look at each other, now we know our mabot ang test paper. Pag abot ang test paper, mga ko. Then Zan also looks at me, he's like, yeah, we already know the face we give is like, we're screwed. As soon as we got the paper, we already know we're dead.
This is math, right?
Yeah, math is my not super math. Maybe that's why we're fit for this show, Jiggy. But I have that. We're both math weaklings. Math weaklings or weaklings.
You know, one of the most exciting things about everything is we don't know what we don't know.
We don't
Know what we don't know. You know what I mean?
What I find
We haven't
unique
even-
about the world is that we exist in our own time ba niya. Kanang murag, we think that everything is up to, like, this is my life, there's someone literally on the other side that is like thinking the same thing, and you guys don't know each other, but you're living at the same time. It feels weird to me.
Oh, they're living in the same time? What do you mean?
Like-
Like a multiverse? Or what do you
No,
mean?
like kita right now. We're doing our own thing. We have our own show. We live in Cebu.
Yeah.
We're aware that this is how it's happening.
Yeah.
But there's someone in the other side of the world that is just like us, having that same mindset that they're living in that own country. And then same place, same time, but we don't even know that person.
Okay.
Like, it's weird to me to think that everyone has their own thing going on, and then we don't know each other. But things have gone up, but like, oh god, this place is huge. Did you ever think of that? Like, one day someone is born, and then on that same hour that someone is born, someone passes. We're like, we're just.
We don't know.
We don't know. Things got philosophical real quick.
105.1 TMC ang pinakasubuanon ng radio station sa Tibok
Yeah.
Dakbayan, sa Tibok Kalibutan.
Sa tibuok galaxy.
Saan binisaya ni Galaxy?
Galaxia.
Galaxia.
Right? Am I correct?
I'm not sure.
I hope so. Kalibutan lang sa
Kalibutan. Ano sa
Kalibutan.
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 Kalibutan. Anyway,
Pinakasubuan.
how do you call this? You know what?
Yes.
Something just happened.
What?
Something beautiful just happened.
The view?
No.
Kuya Magic just arrived?
Oh,
Is that what
that is
happened?
beautiful. Something just happened.
Aloha!
Something just happened. Justine, I've got nothing in my head.
That's impossible. Jiggy Juice?
No, it's just
No.
I am now enjoying nothing right now.
The sound of silence and the... No, I know how you feel. That's me most of the time. Sometimes you just wanna
Yeah,
kanang
It's like
not think.
I'm drawing a blank right now. There's nothing in my head.
That's good.
That's good, right?
That's good.
Because-
Sometimes we need that, guys.
That's the essence of meditation, diba? Just
Being at present.
try to block off everything, turn off everything, and just think of nothing. First, I think you have to focus on one thing first before you go to nothing.
Which is your
breath,
breathing.
Your breath.
So breathe in through the nose and exhale through the mouth, right?
Nothing. So yeah.
I love that. You know, Jiggy, sometimes we need that in this busy everyday life. Sometimes our minds are filled with so much things. We're thinking already of the next thing. Oh, what?
Sagbot na trash.
Yeah, trash.
Basura na
So
siya. Basura.
it's not a bad thing. Kanang moing sila, wag so biling utok.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing.
Absolutely.
Take it as a compliment sometimes,
in
guys.
Fact, you should enjoy that, right?
Kanang wais utok. That's true. Do you do what do you call this? Muni Jiggy, like sometimes you know.
Magmawi.
Oh my God, Kuya Magic has the
Magmawi.
Kuya Magic is visiting us. Okay, he left now.
No, that's the opposite of walay honona. Kaya mag-inom ka na.
The kind of one.
So you're asking me something?
Do you know what Muni is?
Muni.
Yeah, guys.
Mura magmaoy man ang muni,
I
right?
don't think it's not a negative thing, guys. Sa Bisaya ba, when you say kana siya muni, because I do that. I love doing that.
So unsa may
Like a
may pasabot ng muni.
Kana
Kung
bitaw-
dili na magmaoy.
Dili man siguro.
Unsa man ang
I think it
muni-muni?
just means to think, like, for example, you're watching a view and then
But it
is it maoy ba?
kung magmuni ka, that is a kind of is that there like a hint of somberness and sadness mo wala magmuni?
Oh, that I don't know. I always thought muni meant to just kana bitamutan ako kag view and then like I'm gonna enjoy the view like that. Guys, help us out on that chats.
Oh.
Does muni mean like maoy? Is that negative?
Is that related to maoy?
Oh, Kuya Magic's has a new pack of Star Belts.
So
Hep hep hooray!
So hold on.
Thank you, Kuya Magic. Guys, check out our YouTube live.
Muni. What does that mean?
Grabe, Kuya Magic. Murag, this is like a freaking
What
a
does
whole bag.
Okay.
I know, right?
Jiggy, he doesn't just get. Oh my god.
So what does
How am
Mooney?
I supposed to?
Hey, we're still on the
Ay,
subject.
sorry. Sorry, I got distracted with the sour belt.
Don't
Sorry,
be
sorry.
distracted, please. Don't do that because you do that all the time. You're
With
always
the
like
sour belts?
you're just like
Sorry.
jumping from one
Thing to another.
Mooney to another. So what does Mooney stand for?
Mooney,
exactly?
Mooney,
I'm looking at it right now. Can you help me?
Yeah, hold on.
Mooney,
Research.
Mooney.
Did I just make that word up? Maybe it's not a real thing.
No, it's a real word.
I think it's the tops effect. You know, it's so relaxing
Yeah.
when you like you
So
said,
Mooney lang.
looking out in the view. Sometimes your breath. It takes your breath away and you don't know what to say.
Money sa kwan ka.
Mooney.
Billy
is-
Idol. Kanta Mooney.
So
Anyway.
Mooney means
What?
oh god,
Okay.
reflecting and pondering. Perfect.
Reflecting.
Oh, it's Tagalog de Jiggy.
Really now?
Yes, Mooney is a Tagalog word meaning
Wow.
reflection, reflecting, or pondering. So it's not negative. It's not nagmaoy.
Okay.
So there's no negative connotation to that,
Mooney.
like as if you're somber or sad.
Okay.
It's just you're reflecting.
You're reflecting.
So is that what you were doing earlier? Is that what you mentioned? Mona, you couldn't say anything?
No, I was just thinking about how I have nothing in my head, and
Okay.
instead of trying to say the next thing that's so random and unrelated and bad, because most of the times, especially
Kind of bad.
people in radio, right?
Okay.
Especially people
Yeah.
who I don't know, maybe it's a generational thing, but sometimes we're scared of silence, right? We don't want not to say anything. I noticed that about you, and you're always like trying to say something all the time, right?
No, that's just me, Jiggy. I just talk a lot.
That's what I mean. So I'm also kind of like that, also, right?
Yeah.
But now that I'm a little bit older, I've got some.
You're fine with it.
Yeah, you have to understand that sometimes, Magud, when you're not saying anything,
It says a lot.
it gives space for the thing that you're about to say next. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And so you have, what about posible pa bang imong gikakpaw before di mo gipabuto, di ba?
Okay.
So you're able to calibrate, you're able to sort of design space now so that the next thing that you're about to hilong na tagaril, even for just a second,
They get it.
they understand that too, because most of them also are like that, can also
Yeah.
enjoy even a split second of silence,
Yeah.
right? Maybe that's called thinking, right? And thinking,
Muni.
right? So that's why it's important. So ikaw okay, Justin, kung matanong ka na ko, kung magmuni-muni ka,
And the music, oh
unsa
my
man imo
goodness.
una-una kadaghan.
Always about how grateful I am for
Mhm.
life. And most of the time when I'm here at Talks and I look at the view, I always just think, ang first thing that I say to myself is, thank you, Lord. Thank you for, the fresh air right now, the view and all that. But yeah, I do believe there is beauty in the silence. And most of the time, most of the special people in your life, also Jiggy, and the most special, what do you call this, interactions you have with people is when you don't have to say anything,
Mhm.
There are these special friends and people in your life that you don't have to keep them entertained. You don't have to keep talking. And sometimes just
Being quiet with someone who gets you is a very rare feeling.
Exactly,
So
right?
there is beauty in the silence, di ba? Have you tried
Absolutely.
that? Like, you don't need to say
like,
bitaw?
when people tell you, why aren't you talking? Like,
No, they don't even notice that.
because I enjoy the silence, right? And I think that is beautiful also, right? To be able to be with a person or a person.
Exactly.
You're just sitting there and doing nothing, and
Magtanga ra mo.
and that's fine by you, because sometimes, Magod, just the physical presence alone speaks volumes also, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Kana di ay, for dog lovers.
Yeah.
Di man gid na wastorya tong dogs.
Yoy, sabaan ka na, oy. Oh, down, Cooper, please. Oh, you just ate. Mag-ora ka ni kaon, okay?
Ora. Count French fries?
Bag-oro sa gani. No French. No, Cooper, no
fries?
no more French fries.
Kaluoy.
We already talked about this. Okay, anyway, so
No, but sometimes, with your pets, diba? You don't, just having them beside you or sleep beside you, it's already strong enough ilang presence. Funny kay G gave us, an experience. I remember during the pandemic, I was kind of sick and I had to be isolated in my home. Like,
really
I had to just
so
be...
you had COVID?
It wasn't COVID, but I was
Okay.
really sick. There was
Okay.
one time I was super sick, and then Paris, my 3-year-old dog, Chihuahua, she was still a puppy at that time.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I wanted to bantay her man gid, so she
Okay.
stayed with me in my room for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Kami ra gid sa room.
Okay.
And-
Did she get COVID? No.
I-
Or did
I-
she get sick also?
No, thank
Okay.
God, no. But she was so kiat. And I remember I had no voice, kay sick kay ko. So, nagdagandagan na siya. She was jumping on my bed niya. Di ko kasaba niya because I can't speak. So I'm like,
What do you mean you can't speak?
I was sick.
So I had no voice.
That's how sick you were. You couldn't open your mouth and say something.
I couldn't, like, maybe
Make a
the sound, I
sound.
could make sounds like, ana lang.
Okay.
So can you imagine me trying to kasaba my dog like you are now?
Okay.
Try to kasaba Cooper without, di ba, magpakpak ra ka,
Okay. Okay.
sige ra ko ana.
Okay.
And the funny thing was, I got so bored na gyud. Like, when ako'y kasturya sa room, I remember I was picking up Paris and I was like, please talk. Please say something.
Okay.
Please bark.
Okay,
Please
okay.
make some noise.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess I can't stand the silence as much as you do now.
Yeah.
Made me
Right.
may magdili.
Right. So lisod sa lisod.
When you're sick and
No. When there's nothing, ba, like it's like right now, like that moment.
cricket.
Lisod, diba? It's difficult. It's almost like, no, you can't do that. I mean, like we are in radio, so magnify na siya.
It does.
Nga kaning murag feeling, because
Yeah.
it's number one, it's our job to say something.
Yeah.
Blurt out words coming out of our mouths, no
Yeah.
matter what, right? So, but at the end of the day, that kind of phrasing, that kind of pace, people can actually relate to that, even in comedy, right?
Yeah.
Iba ka ng stand-up comedian, right? Nga, they have to stand on in front of everybody, and then they're just sitting there and talking. They're not even singing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Wala mas kanta-kanta nga nindot kay paminaw, di ba? Kanang kanta dili. In fact, kanang kanta po, for example, kanang what is that song? And what's that? Is that The Greatest Love of All?
No, that's I will always love you.
Right? There's a silence before
A pause.
a pause, right? Before
Tug, tug.
the best part, right?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
That's even made more dramatic because of the silence. So I think the same goes with talking also. I think.
Yeah, I mean, like you mentioned, because we're in radio, guys, and we want to bring the vibes up. Top of the morning, magiging siya. So dapat your energy should be high.
Yeah,
So
correct, yeah.
naturally, in a sense, we do have to speak.
We're forced to speak. But
I mean, I personally, I don't mind kay.
but our listeners can understand. Nga,
They can, yeah, for sure.
If there's nothing, that's also good. Because
But in real life, important gid ang muni-muni.
ang muni.
You agree? We need it.
If there's one thing that we've learned from that particular conversation, importante good ang
Muni-muni.
magmuni-muni.
Dili sunny. Budum, tss. Come on, that was good.
Okay. We have a request here for
Oh, perfect.
SE24. Girl,
Girl,
105.1 TMC.
the best of us.
Nice ang imong smile. Na-imagine mo, imagination ko. Makatinta ka na nga smile.
105.1 TMC. Joel Lim says that girl song is good. That was actually requested
By
by one of our streamers, or one of our chat group at Tops Media Center by, what is this? J.R. Doding Espinosa.
Thanks, JR.
So that's a good
Girl.
song. Thanks for the recommended song.
Girl.
That's actually a very interesting question that you asked there earlier, Justin.
Random question.
Do I believe in
Halloween.
Halloween? Ang pasabot ni Justin siguro ana is
Do you
do I
celebrate?
celebrate
Yeah.
Halloween? Kaya kanang Halloween man good, of course, it's one of those Western concepts again.
It
right?
is. That's why I asked. Because a lot of
And
people here don't.
in the same way that Santa Claus and many of our beliefs and traditions are all foreign, right?
Yeah.
Not organic to us as
to us.
as a people.
Yeah, that's true.
So kanang Halloween usually sa for example sa amo ang subdivision, right? Na the homeowners got together and decided to have like a Halloween decorating contest sa mga balay. So some of the homes are all like made up, scary and all that stuff. But
Is your home made up scary like that too, or no? You didn't join this year?
No. I'm not sure. It's still the 20. What day is today?
October 21st.
Daghan magpanahon, di ba? Daghan magpanahon.
Yeah.
So
Pwede pa nimo i-dress si
Yeah.
Cooper ag vampire. Vampire dog.
Yeah, so I don't know about that, but you asked me the question kung Halloween ko, kung mag Halloween costume ko,
Yeah.
unsa ako ang sulubon. I actually haven't thought of that. I'm
Yeah?
curious of what your answer is. Maybe I'll have an answer at the end of the show. But ikaw, Justin, like, I'm sure you maybe not this Halloween, but in the past, unsa man imuhang pinaka-interesting, unsa may imuhang pinaka-exciting costume nga imuhang nasuluban so far?
I don't celebrate Halloween, but me and my sister were talking about how much we've seen pictures of other people do it, and there are some costumes that are really funny. And I won Jigilingaw kayo, a group of friends ba, mga young boys, and then they all nagpa-print sila t-shirt nga kana bitang I don't know if it's what kind of printing that is, that it looks so vivid. Unsa na siya oy kana murag the photo itself is laminated in the shirt.
Okay.
Right?
Kana
And-
mo realistic kayo?
Yes, realistic. And they were all different colors. They were pancit canton.
Oh, okay.
Na ay one nga red pancit canton, na ay one nga yellow,
Okay.
na ay usa nga green kanang calamansi, na ay chili mansi. So it was funny, mga pancit canton na sila ilang costume. That's genius to me. I would do that with my siblings if I could.
So what are you saying? Because you've never actually celebrated any Halloween whatsoever ever?
Yeah, I don't really like celebrate.
Wala pa yun. Not once.
Yeah, maybe I've attended like this like a trick or treat thing like
Okay.
that. But like in general, me and my family, we don't really decorate the house to
Okay.
anything spooky, anything like that.
Okay.
We're big on Christmas though.
Okay.
September pa lang the tree's out.
Okay.
We're big on Christmas decorations and Christmas parties and all that.
Okay.
So maybe more on that But when it comes to costumes, we did think about it, like nalingaw mig tanaw sa social media what people are dressing up as, right? What kind of characters they're dressing up as. So I think Pancit Canton is a genius. I would do
The
that.
Mama Log says, "Happy 24th birthday belated." Who's the Mama Log?
The Mama Log. Thank you, Mama Log.
w-
It's a tree.
Could it be your mama?
My mama.
Could it be
Mother,
your mama?
is this you?
Mother, is this you?
Mother, I don't think so. Kuya Magic.
Is this you, mother?
The Mama Log. Belated happy birthday. Thank you so much, the Mama Log. So dili ni siya the Mama branch or the Mama tree.
The Mama
It's
Log.
the Mama Log.
Mama Log.
Badumts.
Okay, but sorry.
I toot my own horn.
Yeah, I know.
Joe Lim, where are your jokes? I feel like Joe Lim, one of our he's one of the listeners that always give us jokes every day in the chats. It's Monday. We need your jokes. We need more of the jokes, Joel. Joel Lim? Yeah, Joel Lim.
Yeah. Atong takna karon, it is now 9:31.
Woo.
I am your host. My name is Jiggy Juice. Right across me is,
Justine Arvias. Top of the morning, everyone.
and here's one of my new all-time favorite songs now.
Oh yeah.
We were talking about this earlier about the universe and all of that stuff. This
Give me a
one-
clue na lang. Don't tell me the name yet.
This one is from Franco.
Oh, he told me the name. Okay.
But the song. Guess
Oh,
the song.
Franco. Universe, because you said universe. Mona. Oh, jackpot.
Lost in Your Universe is
In
more,
your-
is the more complete title of the song.
Love song?
Consequences one by one. There's loving underneath the sun. I want to fall in love with you. I want to make a love to you. I want to get lost deep in your arms, lost deep in your
for sending that message. You would like me to play a song from 105.1 TMC. Namina mo sa pinakasubuanon nga radio station. Of course, I'm your host. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arbios. Top of the morning, everyone.
And si Joel Lim, nani siya tigmo.
Tigmo.
Iba ko sa ng tigmo, wala?
Riddle.
Riddle, that's Riddle.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me this. That's actually a favorite line of what's his name? The Riddler,
The
right?
Riddler from Batman.
Riddle me this.
Riddle me
so
this.
sa man imong tigmo, Joel. Na ba ka diyan? Joel, okay na ka diyan? Naminaw ka? I'm actually talking to him because he's
Oh, yeah?
on our YouTube Tops Media Center. If you want to join our conversation, we're growing a small community of like-minded people who love Cebu music, who love local music, who like supporting
Yes.
local music and have local conversations. Ano mga istoryaan about sa ato ang lugar, right? Not that there's anything particularly good about or bad about it. We just love
We just like to talk about Cebu.
local
We
stuff,
love
right?
it.
Sige, Joel, sige. Itong dagaan, sige.
Yes, I am here.
Panahon.
Okay, Joel.
Sige, Joel.
Hit us
hit
with
us
with your joke.
With your riddle. Go ahead, come on. Yes, I am here. There are 30 cows in a field and 28 chickens. Once again, na 30 kabaw, sakto ba kabaw?
Mhm.
And 28 ka manok.
Okay.
How many didn't?
How many didn't?
What does that mean?
There are 30 cows
In a field.
in a field and 28 chickens. How many didn't?
Let's say pasabot na. Oh, pasabot.
Tell me if my answer is correct, Joel. Is it
Sige.
2? Oh gosh, I hope I get it right.
So there.
2. How many didn't? You have to answer the riddle first. Give me a number lang.
So,
2.
okay. So ako let me just repeat the riddle.
Okay.
There are 30 cows, right, in a field. Ang 28 niya kay mga manok. How many didn't?
2 is wrong?
2 is wrong.
How many
That's
chickens?
wrong. So how many
Didn't.
what?
That's part of the riddle. I thought it
Okay.
meant like
Okay.
30 cows and 28 check-ins. Like check-in in this location. So
Okay.
so if there are 30 cows and 28 check-ins, how many didn't check in? I thought it was going to be 2. But I was wrong, apparently.
So you're trying to assume that the word
Chicken?
chickens actually means check in,
Oh,
right?
But I was wrong, guys.
30.
Okay, what else? I give up.
Nganong na may 30 cows in a field?
Yeah.
Meaning to say like a field of grass, for example, right? Or a field of
How many didn't?
plants, whatever.
Didn't what?
That's why. That's part of his riddle,
Did
guys.
what? Maybe he
Maybe
meant
the viewers know.
how many didn't cross the street. I think would probably be. I'm trying to fill in the blanks, right? So there are 30 cows in the
Part na
field,
siya nga, it's ano kunuhay na, it's incomplete. So
and
may,
there are 28 chickens. So I can imagine that 30 cows didn't cross the street. All 28 chickens did. So my answer, I guess, to the riddle of there are 30 cows in the field
Number
and
mo daw.
28 chickens, how many did? So my answer is, go on, 30. My answer is 30.
Got it.
Okay.
And Bert in the comments of our YouTube channel
Says 10.
says 10. So guys, you can also give your answers on TMC or Tough Media Center on YouTube. So
Okay.
10 daw yung si Bert.
Again, the riddle is there are 30 cows in a field and 28 chickens. How many did? So according to
30 is wrong.
30 is wrong too. How about Bert's
10.
10? Is he correct?
Oh!
Is he correct?
Yeah, it's correct though.
Oh my
Yay!
God! Oh! Congratulations!
Bert, what?
So,
Bert, I
ano
want
man?
to get an explanation.
Bert, explain your answer to our listeners. Nga naman,
Nine or
sakto
10.
man. I mean, how did you, Bert, come
Yeah.
up with the answer? 10. Anong
Oh,
10
so
mag yun?
what? 10.
Come on.
Yeah. So type in your answers in the chat box for Bert. Or if you want to give us a call, you know.
You can also do that. So,
Oh, perfect.
Nga sa may answer ni Bert. Anong 10 may ang answer? Well, how did he come up with that number?
Somebody in the comments, JR Doding, requested for Ghostbusters
Okay.
for Halloween. But
Okay.
then Kuya Magic also says, hi, Kuya Magic, top of the morning to you. He's commenting on our chats on
Okay.
Top Media Center. He says, JR Doding, I will play Ghostbusters in the magic hour for you, 12 to
Okay,
1 p.m. So,
so-
again, look out for songs, international hits later
Okay.
at 12 to 1.
It's a play on words. There are 30 cows in the field and 28 chickens. Say
And 28 chickens. Not 28 the number, but 20 ni kaon of
My
chicken.
goodness. Good one. Good one.
That's really good.
So,
I missed that.
but see the thing is, I was thinking about that too. But I don't think cows eat chickens, right? That's the thing,
no,
right?
we don't know. They'll eat anything. Chickens will eat chicken. Have you seen?
Okay.
I've seen videos of chickens eating fried chicken.
Okay.
Cannibalism.
Okay.
So the riddle is best served when spoken verbally.
Okay.
28. 20 ni kaon og 8 kamo.
Chickens.
Okay.
Mas may
I love that.
Like that animal. Maybe there are 30
Wolves.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there are 30 wolves, right?
No, but then it would make sense, man. The wolf would eat the chicken. When you read it like that,
Yeah.
the 28 chickens, you'll get it.
Yeah, but it's so again,
Yeah.
cows don't eat chickens. I don't think they do.
Yeah.
So then you're stuck, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because if you overanalyzed it and thought that eating somebody would eat somebody, like a cow would eat the chicken, or the other way around, that would not be possible in your head, right?
Yeah.
So that's a really flawed
Mana
joke.
siya? Riddle.
Riddle me this. So that's why, guys.
But thank you, Joel.
Thank you.
How about you guys? Do you have do you
rack
have
our brains, guys.
any riddles that you'd like us to solve, right?
Nah, I'm the worst at that.
Okay, as if life isn't complicated enough.
Enough.
Right?
my grandfather before Jiggy Mike na siya mga riddles.
Tigmo, unsa may tigmo?
I forgot, but he used to always I would probably have hours to think about it. Mubalik ko sa hapon. He tells the
okay,
joke sa morning. Igbalik na ko sa hapon sing balay. I still don't get it.
We actually used to do that. My dad would say tigmo agokoy.
What?
Tigmo ago.
What does that mean?
I'm not sure what that means.
But he's also good at giving you mga tigmo.
Yeah,
Do you get it in the app?
Ang pinaka-Cebuano ng radio station. I don't know if there's any Cebuano that's more Cebuano than Karencita, right? I really love the way she speaks Binisaya, like when we interviewed her, and we interviewed her twice here already.
Well, what do you notice about the way that she's...
Bistak yung gipaminaon ba?
Yeah.
Bistak yung gipaminaon. Dili bitaw ka ng kaning mura og prino gamay kay. Of course, she lived in the United States for quite a bit, right? So may po siya slang po kay siya kung in English siya. Pero kung Binisaya Tagalog sa yun. I mean, that's why it's so interesting to talk to Karencita.
Yeah.
Murag dili ko ka-out Bisaya niya.
She's better than you ba?
Absolutely.
Oh my. Well, Cebuana, as she would say,
Yep.
Proud Cebuana ba?
Mayong bungkag top of the morning to Ryan. Chunapa ka sa Bohol, bro. Nilarga na ka ni balik na ka sa Cebu.
Cebu. Hi, Renchu, top of the morning.
So, nag-sila na may ganiya o kaning mga riddles. Si Joel, maybe you can give us another riddle. Na may mga tigmo niya. Itong mga kaigsunan sa atong what do you call it, chat groups at the Tops Media Center on YouTube.
Yeah, guys.
Please join us in our conversation. Bird gave the correct answer to the riddle. The answer is 10. Also, si Eds Shen's naka-answer po siya. She also gave the correct answer. Also, 10 didn't.
Oh, on the text line?
On our Tops Media Center on Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for reaching out to us through these different outlets. So there are some people who do chat in the chat box on Tops Media Center. We have people listening also on topsmediacenter.com and people on our Facebook page. Don't forget to share our lives, guys. It sounds funny to say, share my life.
What do you mean?
Like, it's funny when you say share our lives. It does sound
Share
funny.
your life.
Yeah.
Why would you share your life?
I meant share the Facebook, share the live on Facebook.
Share the live.
Yeah, share our live.
Not your life.
Yeah, share our Facebook live. That's the best way to say it.
See,
right?
the thing is,
Funny, no?
kaning mga tao yun, most of us, I don't know if you agree with me, we're kanang ang kinabuhi sa ubang tao.
Yeah.
Interesting, like for example, kanang the success of all the reality shows, right?
Okay.
Yeah, kita mo follow kita mga, let's just say, mga celebrities, right? Oh yeah, we have strong feelings about it, right? So
it's interesting to be marites.
It's really interesting to find out how others are doing, right?
Yeah.
Do you agree with me? Like, do you have a sense of curiosity, for example?
Oh yeah, always.
Kinsa man imo ang favorite nga star, for example? Kinsa man imo ang gi-follow ron nga either influencer or artist, nga singer or maybe even actor or actress? Kinsa man imo gi-follow ka ron? for example?
Right now, I do like artists sa Philippines, for example, si James Reid.
So are you following him? Like, are you noticing his feeds and all of that
Yeah,
stuff?
yeah,
Okay.
he's been releasing a lot of new music,
Okay,
and
okay.
then performing sa ASAP multiple times.
Oh, okay.
Na siya yung new song,
So
Sandal.
na-intriga ka?
Oh yeah,
Na-intriga ka.
naintriga ko sa iyang
So iyang kinabuhi, right?
Yeah, sa iyang mga
So
ganap.
ang pangutan sa mga ganap, unsa man sabot ang mga ganap, mga happenings.
Yeah, the happenings
So,
right now.
Unsa man ang- where do you think is this fascination coming from? If have you ever analyzed that feeling? Ano
Oh
man,
yeah.
ngano mga maintriga mata sa tao sa ang kinabuhi sa ubang tao, right? Nganong they, we have our own lives to
Yeah.
live. And
Why do we need to
look at other people? Why is it interesting to us? Ngano man nga mga tao? Kamusta man si Juan? Di ba? Ngano man nganong ganahan man ta may baw sa kinabuhi sa ubang tao? What is your theory about that?
Oh, I think, in the sense that no man is an island, everyone always lives within a social construct, and we are kanang, interested to know what's going on in other people's lives, just as much as we want people to know what's going on in our lives, and that makes life
So wait a minute. So you're making an assumption right there
Mhm.
that people are interested in your life too. Is that what you're assuming?
No, I think as much as we want to hear what's going on in other people's lives, we also want to share our lives with other people.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's a give and take.
So you're assuming that they're interested in your life also? Is that what you're saying?
Well, I think subconsciously we do hope that people are as interested in our lives as
Okay.
much as we are in them. Kaya that would be so sad. No, ikaw rin sige, kumusta na siya,
So,
kumusta
but-
na siya,
but-
but they don't care about you.
Actually, the akong pangutana is actually deeper than that. Akong pangutana is ngano man. Why is it that we're interested in other people's lives? Because we live in a social construct. Blah, blah, blah. But ngano man, why do we need to know sa iyang kinabuhi? What does that have anything to do
With us.
with our lives? Ngano, so for example, that happened to him. So
Masay labot.
what are we gonna do? We can't do anything about it. Most of the things that we worry about other people, about the news, are unactionable. Huwag ito yung mabuhat na, di ba?
Yeah.
So for example,
Out of our control, you mean?
si James Reid, for example. Kung sabihin mabuhat mo, kung mas-live si James Reid, for example, mapatong siya, for example, it's not something theoretical,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Or something bad happens
What
to
does it have
James
to
Reid.
do?
Naligsan iyang tiil for some reason, may kapatakas siya labang, for example, right?
Sige.
Diba? So magunsa man ka na niya.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do
Yeah, exactly.
with that information?
So-
So back to my question is, nganong interesado mo ta sa kinabuhi sa ubang tao? Why do we follow people we don't even know and don't
Exactly.
know us? Ngano man?
I think it just makes life more colorful in that way, I guess.
But isn't your life colorful enough?
Supposedly, yeah, but I think it's a form of entertainment. Hence,
Okay.
people like James Reid, that's why they're called entertainers,
Okay,
right?
okay.
Their lives are entertaining, even from the the details of what they do, where they play at, what shows they go to. So that's why I think we follow influencers. In my case, I like checking what he's doing with his music, sa mga ganap, sa mga new performances niya, because it's entertaining to me. So I think that's where mga Marites, that's where they get their energy. The fact that the chica in itself is entertainment. You know,
Okay.
why do we talk about events that do not concern us? I feel like number one, it's entertaining.
Okay.
Diba labi ng mga Marites AGD nga, mas labot ano yung mga libak or mga chika.
Mhm.
It has nothing to do with them. But why do they feel so fueled to talk about someone else's life? I feel like it's just entertainment, you know? It's lingaw to comment. Okay, in the right way. Kay bad sa na mag-comment, pataka ka lang yung mag-insulto ka. I don't agree with that either. But it's fun to comment lang kung sa mong opinion, ano ba?
So that's why you feel that's why you're interested in the lives of other people. Like, for example, to James Reid, right?
Yeah, I personally like his music, man. I like his
So you're
music.
interested about yung mga happenings, yung mga ganaps, you
Yeah.
call it, right? So yung mga
Ganaps.
whatever is happening in his life, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to MG Dumaog of Sibudok.
Wow.
Kaila ka ni taga Sibudok pa ka, di ba?
Yeah, I
Kaila ka ni MG.
unfortunately no, but top of the morning to you, MG Dumago.
How about Guillermo Jr. Casinillo? Kaila ka niya.
No, as
No,
well.
okay.
But I know now. Thank you. for
Ila-ilahan ni sila, Bek.
Yeah, guys, come on.
Taga Sibudok man eh.
Yeah, top of the morning.
Now I requested for some BMD by Q Shay.
Oh,
That's a good
okay.
stuff. Let's see what I can
No
do.
name?
BMB.
like the requester was siya
Nah,
nag-chat.
see, it's chins.
Ay, it's chins.
It's chins. How do you say that?
I think it's just a nickname. It's
Okay.
Jen. Top of the morning. Thank you so much. Sa Facebook, you have siya Jiggy na.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So guys, if you want to send in your song request, you want to squeeze more life out of your Monday
Okay.
and make the most out of your day since it is the first day of the week.
Okay.
Start your energy right. Go and message us on our Facebook page. That's Tops Media Center.
Okay.
Don't forget to like and also share our live stream.
Okay.
Or you can chat us, join our YouTube chats on Tops Media Center on YouTube. Or if you're, you want to really be all personal and give a call, you can also text our text line 0999. What's it? 0999-870, I think 6070. 887, my bad guys.
Okay.
09. I still can't memorize it.
There's a number of times where you have to repeat something before you actually memorize.
Sige. Hopefully by tomorrow.
Sige. 0999
Okay.
887 6070. Muna itong text number.
Mm-hmm.
Kailangan siya po kudigo. 0999-887-6070. So maybe nakabalik-balik na ko ano niya. So gatos ka time siguro. It's still not enough. So I don't know. Maybe there's what's a number like 200.
Maybe we should put up a sign here sa studio.
Yeah.
I'll print something out though.
That's
Or we just have to link it.
But and that way na noon, dili na tayo makahinumdum kay, di ba? That's one of the reasons why our memories are really bad because we just know that everything's in our phones, right?
Okay.
So we don't try to memorize things anymore. Before, we didn't have any cell phones to carry us all of our numbers ever, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's all here, right? All of the numbers that we've ever had since the beginning of this number is all here in this phone, right? So we don't have to remember anything. But before, we had to remember something because maglakaw ka sa kolon pag human kaning for example, imong date o tunga, right? So you have to remember their landline number, right? Kaya kung ang landline number nila, di ka kapangutan unsa na to siya, basta naligsan to si Bako, di ba?
Yeah, that's true.
So muna siya na our ability to remember has been diminished greatly because we think that everything is just in our cell phones.
So
right?
like you're dependent on that.
Exactly.
Right?
So is that a good thing or I don't know.
Yeah, it can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending. But I think it would greatly help us though if we did have the number. Don't worry, guys. By the end of this week, we'll probably we'll get it. We'll get it.
And one of the things that really baffles me now, and I kind of don't understand it still. I see that all the time. I'm always usually hosting events, right? And there's always like the phenomenon of the same day edit, right?
Oh yeah.
Like something happened, and then 5 minutes after, you're gonna watch it again, right? Like, why? Like,
you don't agree with same day edits?
I was just there. Can I watch it next week so that way I'll enjoy it and sort of forget about it? You know what I mean? And then I'll see it for the first time.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at it, and then the same day edit. And what?
You don't like same day edits?
What are we looking at? I was just looking at it right now, moments ago.
I like same day edits
Why
because
is that? What's the fascination behind it? Why do you need to totally recall? Why don't you give me a chance, okay, to let the moments of the event sink in first? Because those are multi-sensory events happening at the same time, especially if it's a big event, right?
Yeah.
There's music, there's
people,
color, there's
and
dance,
everyone, events.
there's so many things. So I'll need time to process that. Maybe when I get home, I think about it, and then the week after, I see
the edit,
and then whoa, that's an angle that I haven't seen yet. My problem with saying the edits is that I haven't even processed the event yet, and then I'm looking at it from another perspective. I haven't even processed my perspective of the event. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I mean. So I don't get what's the fascination behind same day edits for you. Why do you like it?
Okay, so personally, I think Jiggy, maybe that really just depends on the person. No? The event, not everyone processes it the same way because there are people who process it when they watch the same day edit.
Okay.
So sometimes the same day edit is like a seal that helps you look back into the day. It seals the day. So incomplete
seals the day.
Yeah,
incomplete
ng event if you don't have a proper run through.
I seal the day. I seal the event by talking to the celebrant. I let's say for example, it's you celebrating a birthday. I say Justin, you had a beautiful event. I was so happy I was invited. Thank you so much. I wish you well. I'll shake your hand. I will give you a hug, and that's it. That will seal my day, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying that doesn't seal your day. That same day, and it will seal your deal.
For me, some people, I guess like you, in your case, you would still need time to process it. But
for a lot of people also, watching the same day edit would help you process it. That is like a recap of the entire day.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah.
I would relate it as to, you know how before you have a meeting, you have an agenda.
Okay.
So you have a list of things. This is mga natong tag na karon guys, is what we're gonna discuss. Topic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
After the meeting, diba, you don't wait until they get home and the next week, di mo kamaingon, oh, by the way, mao to atong discuss last
okay.
week ka, topic ko. Diba, at the end of the meeting, you do go back to your, you do a run through.
Yeah,
like
because
you say, oh, mao ni yung
because-
topic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah, that's correct, because that's important, because you have like a desired outcome, right? There's like an output that you'd like to get from that. That's I don't think you can't compare meetings with events, because ang meeting mo, you have to have a desired outcome. So lista inyong mga hisgutan, right? And then at the end of the day, maybe you'll come up with a conclusion, or maybe perhaps we can use that information to go to the next step and all of that stuff. So a meeting is different compared
But if there's no
to an
goal,
event.
I'm just talking about in the sense that the same things
well,
that you set out.
That's not a meeting, because if you have no goal, then you're just talking, right?
No, but before the meeting, you set out a list of topics, right? And
Okay.
at the end of the
There's
meeting,
an agenda, we call it.
yeah, an agenda. So a list of topics, or like a something that, not necessarily that there should be an output. It's just that, by the way, this is what's gonna happen today. Topic number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the end of the meeting, you rehash that. You remind them,
Yeah.
hey, this is what we talked about kanina ha.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
forget. So I think that's how
So
the
but-
same day edit works.
No, but see, the thing is, when you have an ending of a meeting, there's usually like courses of action, right? So remember, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. So that means
For
that-
the next time.
For the next thing, or maybe immediately after the meeting, right? You're supposed to make this proposal. You're supposed to talk to this guy. Blah, 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 the whole list goes on and on, right?
Okay.
So a meeting has a it doesn't end there. In fact, the real work begins after the
After,
meeting, right? Kind of same day edit. You're sitting there, and then you haven't even processed. Not that I'm processing events, right? Because I'm not really processing events. I'm not a event processor. I mean, I don't overthink it, right? What I'm saying lang ba is,
It's overwhelming for you.
Mura og
Sama.
kaning ganahan ko nga ang paghinumdum sa event is for me, right? If it were my event, you know, I want to be able the person to remember the conversations that he had, right?
Okay.
And I'm an event usually, right? Especially if you like, and if you're that type of person, you have the conversations with other people, right?
Yeah.
So I would like the person to remember the event based on the relationship that he's forged, the conversations that he's had,
Yeah.
you know, all these connections that he has made, and all the beautiful songs that he enjoyed, and all of that stuff. I like the event to be remembered like that. Kung himo mo cinematic good, you know, like with you know, like for example,
The editing and all that.
background music. You know what I mean? Like,
Do you think it ruins it?
So ang imong memory na yun sa event, bro, lahi na yun, bro, like if cinematic na yun, like, yawa itong event. Di ko mura mo to siya kaning Hollywood movie,
Feel.
right? Yeah, so, but that was not the event, you know, that you attended, right?
Well, you don't have to remember it solely as that.
Yeah, but
it's just
see,
it was
see, the thing,
framed that way.
That's the last thing that you see, right?
Mm.
So, murag mo na to like, yawa po kang event, di ko kaya murag cinematic, isa na grabe kayo, murag action movie, whatever, right? So, murag, so, didn't you just have a great conversation with
No, but then if we have
Justine
that kind of mindset,
and then-
what's the use then of taking pictures if you just want to remember the moment
Oh,
as
but
the
see,
moment
so,
was?
so the
diba?
beauty of pictures before was, it takes time, like it takes 7 days for you to develop the picture back then, diba?
Okay.
So,
Karon,
karon
auto
na.
na sa mong phone.
And nasa yung phone, you know,
Yeah.
like you're even reviewing the picture you just took, like
Just now,
2
seconds ago. Yeah. Exactly.
It's gonna be,
I personally, I really love same day edits.
Okay.
I feel like it helps you look back at the day, and it doesn't have to be the only point of view of the
Yeah,
day that
yeah,
you
yeah.
bantay. You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
It doesn't ruin the. Dili man na siya kay nitanaw ka same day edit. Ma-erase na din yung memories of all
Okay.
the conversations you
Okay.
had.
Okay.
It's just that it's a but I get
No,
what you mean. Sometimes mawala ang spark.
I'm not saying that there's no video of the event, right?
Mhm.
You can keep that, and watch it some other time. That's all I'm saying.
Uh-huh.
Give the people there, give yourself a chance to let the event
Simmer.
sink in.
Okay, I get. Sometimes ma-rush man good.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, also like cinematic. What am I looking at?
Like people just do same day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
get what you mean. Sometimes
Yeah,
the same day edit just becomes like kind of pinugos ba at the
Yeah,
end of the
yeah,
day
yeah.
nga murag para na like content
Yeah.
ipa-appeal sa video at the end.
Butangan lang nila kaning mga
Music.
And now, this is what you just saw 2 seconds ago. You can watch it again.
I think I know what you mean.
Right.
Yeah. So sometimes the essence of the moment gets lost in the replay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
That's a good point of view.
The magic happens in that moment. That's the one. The job of the videographer, the job of the same day
Is to capture that.
to capture that moment, and maybe you can use that some other time, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe you can recall that and really recall it when, for example, you're in the comforts of your room, right? And there's nobody there except you, maybe, especially if you're the cell room, right?
Yeah.
And then you
That's true.
watch it and then you let it say, oh, it was a beautiful day, right? And I remember the conversations that I had with that person and that person and that person and that person. But if the same day edit is so fascinating, it's so beautiful, it's so multi-sensory, it's so cinematic, then that's all you remember. And you forgot about this thing, you forgot about that because, grabe yung the power of film, right? The power of film, the power of movies.
So that's why you shouldn't base lang your memory so much on how things look like on the media. Because there are things na dili mo gina makapture, moments gina makapture na that are special to you also.
Yeah, sometimes you know that cliche, what's important, who said this, is invisible to
What's
the naked eye.
Important is invisible
to the naked eye.
Who said this?
I forgot. Maybe
Jiggy said that.
Maybe Optimus Prime.
Oh, I think so, yeah. Yeah.
I'm quoting robots now.
Yeah.
Optimus
Robot
Prime.
aliens, guys.
Anyway. Okay. So now Riddles si Joel
Okay,
Lim.
perfect.
What do you call a bear with no teeth? We'll talk about that. But before that, I'd like to play this next song from a lady that we're inviting to be here in the studios of 105.1 TMC Version. Her name is Jaden Narvius. You familiar with her?
Nah.
Do you know this lady?
Sounds familiar, but...
Really now. Anyway, let's play a song. It's called Maniwala.
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 Yeah.
In Bisaya, what does it mean?
In Bisaya, this means to believe, or rather...
Hindi mo na Bisaya.
Sorry, that's English, no? Bisaya is also Bisaya sa Maniwala.
Mutuo.
Mutuo.
ka.
Yes.
Mutuo ka.
Yeah.
Tuuhi lang.
This song is from, I believe the song is from 2 years ago.
So, maybe, you just said I believe in a sentence. So, maniwala ka, ang kantang ito, ang tugtog na ito,
ay
ginawa
dalawang, oh God, kasi I can't do
ginawa,
that. Di mo ni siya, duha pa katuloy.
duha
na katuloy na labay. Oh, ni Aggie. Okay.
Maniwala ka, Jaden Narvius.
Maniwala.
On 105.1.
TMC, the best of us.
Wala de ka, maniwala na de.
Maniwala.
Tuuhi lang mi. On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Come on! And that's what inspired them to become like the great artists that they are, right?
Or ma-encourage sila, okay, if I get to see other works of other artists too.
Kind of thing. So maybe you'll be able to talk to them too. 10:23 Monday with Jiggy Juice and Justin Narvius and Kuya Magic is here chilling. Maing buntag ni mo diya, Kuya Magic.
Hello.
Maing buntag ni mo diya, sir.
Okay lang.
Okay lang ka?
Oh, good
Kamusta man imuhang Sabado ug Domingo? Unsa ka? How does Kuya Magic chillax? How does Kuya Magic relax?
Oh, I haven't relaxed for 10 years.
But seriously, how do you relax? I mean,
sitting by the pool.
Okay.
I think sitting by the pool with the sound of rushing water and happy laughter.
Okay. Is that what you did over the weekend?
No, I didn't really. No, I went ice skating.
Well, really now.
So that was really
Where
nice.
was this? In Seaside?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun.
Really?
It's nice to go on the ice.
You know how to skate?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a good skater?
Well, yeah.
No, seriously.
I've skated all my life.
Really?
I don't do all the stunts and
Okay.
stuff, but I just go around in circles.
Okay. Obviously, you were there for the kids, right?
Yeah. That's
So
correct.
is Belle also a good skater?
Yeah, she does figure skating. So
Is she as good a skater as she is a swimmer?
she's good. She's
Really?
very good. Yeah.
She's done figure skating.
Figure skating. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. She loves being on the ice. And
Really?
also my son.
Really? I like halo too.
Ah.
I like being in the ice too.
Oh.
I like
Halo.
Yeah.
On the ice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Johnny Walker on the rocks.
More like vodka.
Vodka.
What is the new concoction that we created? What was that? Vodka and Gatorade, right?
Yeah, vodka.
Yeah. Get hydrated and dehydrated at the same time.
Yes.
Our bodies must have been really confused, right?
Yeah, that was.
Alcohol's supposed to dehydrate you, and deodorant makes hydrates you.
Yeah, it just keeps you balanced.
If you want to live the balanced life.
This is not an endorsement, by the way. Neither do we condone it.
Okay. We have a request here for the new song from Try Ways, which is called It's You.
It's
And I don't know if Justine knows about this, but Try Ways has a brand new song out.
Of
It's called
course.
It's You. So tell us a little bit more about this next song, Queer Magic. Come on, tell me.
Oh,
Tell us.
all right. Well, this song was produced by a very talented artist who we also play here on 105.1. It's Will Mikael.
Oh, Will Mikael.
And he worked with a few guys on it. And I think it was kind of like Afro beats is kind of like is an upcoming thing, you know. And I guess, you know, with piano coming around, you know, I guess the fusion of the two with complete English lyrics, it kind of like it was the first thing.
But you have to explicare sa mga ko magic and Afro beats. But what is that? Because I know that Afro beats has been around for a long period of time, and I think it was huge in Europe, right? And it's sort of seeped in the United States, and then now, of course, because we usually get whatever it is that we get here in the Philippines, pop culture, whatnot, through the lens of the West, of the United States. It's usually we don't get it directly from Europe. Yeah. For some reason, our signals are from the States. So what is this Afro beats that has arrived here in the Philippines? What is this?
It's, you know, I guess it was inspired by, you know, like Tyler, I guess. You know, Tyler, you know, make me sweat, make me cry. She really pushed it to a level where it was worldwide, international. You know, Afrobeat's been around for a while.
But where did this sound sort of start? This is actually started in where it is, like Africa or what? Interesting, right?
Tyler's from South Africa.
Maybe we'll talk to Alex Lim about it, Fat Boy Lim, right?
Yeah.
He seems to have
he has an artist that's actually singing Afrobeat kind of song. There's different styles. I mean, like, you know, the origins of the music itself, you know, is I don't really know, to be honest.
So this next song from Try Ways, is this a kind of Afrobeat song?
It is, in a way. It's kind of a mellow beat, so I would say it's kind of like piano / Afrobeat style thing. It's like
and all English lyrics.
I mean, I still remember when there was only 4 genres: R&B, hip hop, dance, and rock. I mean,
to me,
like,
there's only 2 genres for me: bad music and good music.
All right.
This one is Try Ways.
Try Ways.
It's You. Tell us how you feel about this next song, okay? Join us in the chat. Stops Media Center. Text us and message us on Facebook on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Produced by Will Mikael. Listen. Oh,
it's a good vibe for the morning, look.
Is that him? Was that him? Did he sing here? No. It's got that like Will Mikael vibe, right? Like I envision Mikael like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, right? Yeah. He has got a vibe, right?
He was heavily inspired in the chorus. But
it's almost like what's that guy's name? Craig David. You know what I mean? Right?
Yeah. It's their first English song. So.
Nice in English.
I can imagine Will Mikael singing the song. He wrote the song?
Yeah. Well, each guy, he's one of the guys who wrote their own lyrics.
Okay.
But to style it out, Will,
Yeah, this sounds like his.
You should have more of this, bro. Let's just fucking collaborate with everybody, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if Karantina comes here, like, let her collaborate for 1 second of the song, man. We can put her in the credits. You know what I mean? Why don't we do that? Like, random, like, Justine, what's your collaboration with Queer Magic?
If you combine all the guys together.
Where is it?
I know, yeah. Viva's kind of.
Didn't like Michael Jackson do that with all the artists? They all came in and sang, was it Heal the World?
Heal the World.
No, you don't have to sing
We Are the World, We Are the World.
Justine, you don't have to sing in the song.
Yeah, you can create.
You can, like, make one sound and you can put your name there. Like, you know,
One song,
Yeah.
one credits a voice.
no, put your inputs lang ba? I mean ba?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
like a hell yeah.
Okay na nila. If you it's sort
One
of
word lang.
if you sort of direct or help produce a song during the creative process without you singing, is that okay with them?
I don't know. They're kind of stingy with collaborations, to be honest. That's why I would rather make a cover na lang of an existing song or what. They were okay with Kuya Magic, but I think because they don't, my producer, my A&R doesn't know Triways, so I guess, unless Kaila mo, I guess.
Unless this song goes straight to number one, then it'll be like,
Of course we would love
Of
to
course.
collaborate with you. What were we saying? Yeah.
No, but like you said, it's just complicated with all the, all the applications. The dance track's my favorite part.
Music videos out.
Yeah, here they was. I found here. I didn't watch the full thing. I saw a clip of it on Facebook, but not the.
There's a like dancing in the song.
And listen to us in a golf cart in Alta Vista.
Oh wow.
so that one, what, is he listening to it on the website or what?
The radio. Listen to the radio on 5.1.
Alta Vista, what's that?
It's like a golf course in Pardo, Alta Vista.
Oh wow.
Is this kind of like rubbing it in a little bit? Like,
What's that?
I mean, I would love to be playing some golf while I'm doing the radio. That would be pretty cool.
Pretty magic. Congrats on the Dryways new music video. Thank you so much, Joel. Yeah, I'm featured in the video.
105.1 TFC. When somebody asks me about Will Mikhail, I always say, that artist that sang Accommodation. I love the way he says that, right? Let's listen to that song so that people understand what we're talking about, right? On 105. 105.1 TMC, Will Mikhail, Accommodation. I can't say those two words without actually singing. You know what I
Every
mean?
time you say, Will McGill, accommodation. I like it because then he's known for that, no?
Yeah.
And you were noticing how he has this really R&B vibe, especially and that shines through even if it's a piano song kang Triways. You can hear Will McGill's style in R&B. So cool.
That's how.
Accommodation.
No.
I don't say it the same way.
Line kong vibe mo.
Yeah.
Rugby na.
Okay. Guys, if you're watching the live and I just see the actions he's doing, like you should see the movement. No, I get it. That's the Hurricane vibe.
You're familiar with the Bee Gees, right? You know the Bee Gees, right?
Yeah.
It's like a high pitch pa.
Anyway, mayong mungkag ni Nimrod Quiñones.
Hi, Nimrod.
Ako ning idol si Nimrod Quiñones. May sa kini magbinisaya.
Oh yeah.
May sa kini magbinisaya tawanan.
My
He's
top of the
actually-
morning to you.
the morning, listening to you while checking the golf course of Alta Vista Golf and Country Club, enjoying the radio of this woohoo electric cart going around the course is not so boring anymore. So naminaw siya sa
That's fun.
iyang bagong addiction.
Which is the
105.1
okay, we're gonna record that. That should be another for next time. Another
Yes.
i-play mo within the breaks.
Yes. So he's actually the GM of Alta Vista Golf and Country Club.
Okay.
That's a beautiful golf course right there.
You play golf?
Yeah, I play a bit of golf.
Golf.
Yeah, just a little bit of golf. Yeah.
I don't play golf. I wish I did. I think it's very difficult. I had a student though who's Mike Aishana, and he would give me different colored golf balls all the time. So mag-collect na siya, but I don't play.
You don't play golf, but I play golf.
Golf.
Yep.
Ano
So,
with P man na siya mo ha?
okay.
Isn't that like a
we have
seven?
the what do you call that? The whisky kind of golf. Whisky.
Golf.
Anyway, so let's not go this slippery slope. According to Nimrod Quiñones, you sound bisdak. That should be a compliment, right?
It is a compliment.
Kung
Thank you.
naay mo duol na ako, nasultian ko ba? Jig, bisdak man kay ka. I see that as a compliment, right? Right?
Yeah.
At una, parang ma-insulto mo ang tao, na ano ma-insulto man mga
I don't.
Bisaya man kang na ma-insulto kang mabisdak ka, di ba?
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. It really depends on how you see it. It's not a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a thing,
It's
you
just
know.
a thing.
You know, like, oh,
Eh,
you
well,
sound so
no,
bisdak. Well, maybe because I'm from Cebu.
Well,
So yeah.
dapat lang, di ba? Kaya
Yeah.
si buo ko, di ba? Bisdak ko, di ba?
Yeah.
Sakto ba?
Yeah.
Okay. And let's go to the riddle now by Joel.
Jiggy, be careful, okay? Magic and Justine are about to erase your memory.
Okay.
Kaya nag-shades mami, so Men in Black mi ba?
Okay. So let's go.
Get ready, Jiggy.
It's forgotten already.
What do you call
It worked.
a bear with no teeth? Ladies and gentlemen, ganahan mo join sa amo ang tigmo agukoy. Ang atong tigmo karon is, what do you call a bear with no teeth? Anong bear? This mga bear jokes may si.
A bear with no teeth,
Anong bear man yun? Diba? Anong what? Why horse joke? Why
let me
horse joke?
think,
Yeah,
let
or
me
dog
think.
joke? Anong bear man yun? Anyway, so tubag aning riddle.
Akong answer kay Pangag Bear.
Pangag bear. What do you call a bear?
Bungi Bear.
What do you call a bear with no teeth? Pangag bear.
Pangag Bear.
Gummy bear!
Oh, that's so
my
smart!
God! A gummy bear.
Gummy Bear, full of gums.
Oh my
Come on,
God.
guys, you should love. We're fans of the sour belts, which I will take.
Nice one.
That was awful.
According to log.
Take one.
You know, in the Philippines,
That
we're
was
known for
sticky.
celebrating Christmas really early in September. So let's play a Christmas song if you don't
Of
mind. From
course.
Shorty, ngayong Pasko on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Ngayong Pasko sa atin na. So, but how do we put it on the air?
We just pull it from
In the same way that we did the last night? Similar concept, no?
If we're doing it here inside Tops,
No, like far away, like sa Mandaue.
yeah. So yeah, from the best way is to
And the easiest way,
to use one of these cameras.
Okay, and then tripod,
Yeah,
and then
and that's it. You connect it to
your phone.
Yeah, you connect it to your phone. You connect it to either your laptop or your phone, or you just use your phone to go live, and then we do it the same way as we did it yesterday.
Yeah, but the music. So it just stopped, right? Yeah.
For your music that's going through, like last night, for example, they have microphones that's going into a mixer.
Yeah.
That goes from the mixer into the phone.
Okay, so it's clear. So, but what if I report? Let's say we have Jiggy Juice live from Siargao. Jiggy Juice, what's going on over there? Is it possible that it's just like a thing, I'll go live from Siargao, the audio at least.
Yeah, and then I put it on.
Yeah, but how about the video of that? How will it manifest here?
I can pull the video from there easily.
From Facebook, for example.
Yeah.
So it can appear here.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. As if you're like like it is on the news button.
Yeah.
When you're like in the studio and you go backwards and forwards.
So
over to you.
Yeah.
And
So,
you can transition the
but
video.
the Facebook won't be seen here. It won't look like a Facebook feed.
Well, no, it will be tuned to how it looks here.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it doesn't have like a Facebook logo or whatever. Okay. But of course, the landing page of that, they click it is Facebook, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the best way is to go live via Zoom and then record your Zoom.
Why is it the best? Not
Because Zoom is real time.
Facebook isn't.
Facebook has like a 10-15 second delay.
Oh, really?
So if I was to talk to you from here via your Facebook feed, it would take about 10 seconds maybe.
Okay.
So if you wanted to do a breaking news, you would just go.
So, but is it easy to capture?
Yeah.
Grab Zoom here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this computer has a Zoom account. You just call into that.
Because one of my ideas is
That's how I did the Comet Watch.
What I was thinking is for Mandani Bay. You know Mandani Bay? Okay, Magic. You know Mandani Bay, right?
Mandani Bay, yeah.
I want them to sponsor Top of the Morning, right?
Uh-huh.
So what part of the concept of our sponsorship is every once a month we do a show on top of one of their buildings, like literally on top of their buildings.
Okay.
So I don't know if it's both of us or just one of us will go on top of the building and then we talk about we have like interactions like with the top
If
of.
that's the case, we would take a roadcaster with us.
What do you mean?
One of those.
Why?
Because it would be a more. It's a permanent thing, right?
It's not permanent. What do you mean?
Like,
Only
I
once a
mean,
week.
like, once a week? Yeah, once a week. So you just take a little setup. Or we'll just take my laptop and a camera, and that's it.
Yeah, like what we
But how about the same thing as a phone? Like
what we did for the
like Zoom.
Fest bar.
Like the Zoom thing.
the
Like how about the Zoom thing, like what you said?
Yeah, you can do that as well. Yeah. Put the laptop and the camera, you can do it.
Yeah, but what if you can do it with the phone, right?
Yeah, well, I'm just saying quality, but
But then it's quality. Even if you have a lapel mic, that still won't be a good
yeah, it
quality.
would. But you just have to, it's better if you have a stationary camera rather than just using your phone.
Yeah, but you can put your phone in a tripod.
Yeah, you could.
But I think the input, the way that the captures the content.
I would like to try it. I would like to
Let's try that. Yeah.
And if all else fails, phone na lang last resort, pero dapat una ka ng camera.
No, let's try this. What if it's better then? Because I suspect that the camera is also good, especially with the new iPhones, right?
Yeah, well, you got the latest one, right?
Yeah. Beside the or inside the plunger. Of course, it was sour because I tasted it.
Oh my
I
god!
licked it. It was sour.
Sour to siya.
It sounded soury and belty.
Okay, guys. So that's what goes on here in the studio. We gotta taste it
Yeah, we gotta taste things, man.
to know it. Ay nako, JG.
JR Joding says, "Hi, Jiggy. Please play sa Ulugon na ang mga Siloy Pasko na Cebuana Christmas songs." That's
Sa
actually
Ulugon
interesting. I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah.
Christmas nga binisaya Christmas songs that are Cebuana. Right?
Yes.
Because again, most of the celebrations we have in our culture are actually import from the West, right? And I think Christmas is one of those. The idea of Christmas was actually a Western concept, right?
Yeah.
It was brought in by our colonial masters and all of that stuff. So I'm wondering, not that we had Christmas before then, but I'm wondering like how the locals interpreted the Pasko. Was given to us.
Yeah, I feel like one of my favorite things of Cebuano traditions when it comes to Christmas would be kana bitang mo Christmas caroling. We're big on that here. And my favorite Christmas carol song is Kasadya. Do you know that song, Jiggy?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Kasadya intak na. I don't memorize the whole song, but every time I hear that, I really think, okay, it's Christmas time. And I feel like everyone should be singing that every Christmas. I don't know. Hopefully we can play it too. Let's put it on the list.
And here on 105.1 TMC,
The best of us.
Kasadya ng Takna. Can we play that?
Well, let's play it.
Of course we can.
Woo!
Because we're the most Cebu
Yep.
music on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Come on! Kanta ka lang, Kaya mga babae nga, mamanay ko ni mo before, nga,
That they're singing with it?
Kaya funny kayo ba? I forgot what it's called, man.
Christmas song?
Christmas song, manay ko gali, oh. Klaro kayo, weird kayo.
It's generally a quiet song.
Ah?
It's a very quietly recorded song.
Quietly recorded song?
Yeah, I mean it's
What do you mean?
compared to all the other music. Because it's playing from Spotty, that's why. Reminds me of this.
Yeah, that kind of
dancing song, you know?
it's giving that kind of dancing.
Hey, you know, like the old polka dance, that's it.
It does have a European influence because of the Hispanic, has that Balkan sound,
Yeah.
It has Balkan sound. Kind of like what you would hear
With
some
a little
Tetris
group
nga.
of people like in a
Yeah,
circle, it's like
exactly.
they're sitting on their stools.
Yeah, a
And then the
Balkan
person-
sound.
Yeah.
Not a very Filipino traditional sound. Sige, give 100 pesos. Time to give 100 pesos. Ano ba? 100 pesos ba? Hatag sa car resource ba?
105.1 The Siloys or Mga Siloy Kasadya Ning Taknaa. I love that song.
I know, it's so cute.
Very traditional, right? I always hear that being sang during the people who
Mag-caroling.
make panaygon, right?
Yes, panaygon.
And but see, the thing is, in our house in Guadalupe, we're actually like our house is like the last house in the compound,
Okay.
right? And then we have like
The farthest.
we have like dogs also. So murag usahay mahadlok na lang ang buwang
Exactly.
mga kaning mga
manaygon.
mananaygon. So I was joking to my mom. I told her, you know what? The amount of savings that we have this Christmas because of the dogs.
So that's a technique. If you don't want someone nga manaygon, butang kag you put your dogs. Same thing sa Jiggy. We do have dogs, no?
Yeah.
A lot of dogs,
Yeah.
mga big dogs, and
Mahadlok ang mga mananaygon.
mahadlok. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So
Labi na kung the first thing they say is kanang may gabi and then the dog starts rattling the gate, wala na. They leave.
Naasay kaning na restaurant murag beef pares man siguro na siya some pares place
Yeah.
in Mandawi, kind of sa Banilad, Mandawi, kind of gasoline station. Yeah, familiar kind of at the mouth of Maria Luisa. When you go straight to Mandawi, to the right, there's like a beef pares place. Anyway, point is nga, outdoor man na siya, may aircon. So, naay murag mukanta-kanta diha.
Yeah.
Nga pwerte yung yabaga ba? O niya, kaning ang mga tao mo hatag og kwarta niya para pahunungon.
Dili ay para makahear og samot.
So
Oh my
tagaan
goodness.
lang, taga nasero kanang
Para mahilom.
pahilom na lang.
Ana din ang technique.
Mo na para nako marketing strategies na siya. 'Di ba? It's kind of a marketing strategy.
Pagyabag-yabag ka on purpose.
Imong yabag-yabagon
Okay.
para bayran ka, para mohilom ka.
I like that.
Dili kay para gan maminaw sila sa imong kanta para mohilom na lang ka para yabag-yabagan mong kanta, di ba?
That's perfect.
That's a good idea.
Mao din
right?
na yung marketing, no?
Yeah, marketing. Maisa, di ba?
Yeah, pretty smart.
That's another way of pitching your idea of you singing. Speaking of singing, I know you know Von Saw, right?
Yeah.
And you're thinking of inviting him over here
Yeah, hopefully we'll have him in the studio.
sa Akong Heart on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
Come on, Von!
Kinang cheat day sa diet ra Kay babaero lang ko kumudag.
Sounds like medyo balito lang.
No, it's one song.
But it sounds like madami.
Sounds like, no?
Manog sa mani mo Kay ikaw rin yun mismo akong gusto.
Everyone knows this song, good. Whoa, oh, oh, excuse me, die.
Oh, oh, oh,
Imong dagway, parehas nang sa akong future wife.
oh baby, agaw ikaw rin yun. Ako ang di gugod-gugod. Wapag ka nalipong sa siktuyo sa akong home. Sa iyong pagkalaagan sa akas akong dughan. You and I will never part. Kinarakas akong heart. Oh, oh, oh. Gawin ang duha kay basin pa. Hinahugani ka kay nara ko. Sunod lang tako ang Sabado. Kung ikaw ang Domingo, kahit ikaw ang ugma ko. Oh, 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 excuse me, die. Oh, 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 imong dagway, parehag nang sa akong future. Oh baby, alaw ikaw rin yun. Ko ang gigukod-gukod. Wapag ka nalipong sa siktuyo sa akong o. Sa iyong pagkalaagan sa akas akong dughan. Now you and I will never part. Kinarakas akong heart. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh. Ayaw kong ituklod kay mabilang ikag mahugyat ang duwa. Sa
evening. Why are we saying top of the evening?
Hindi man top of the morning, evening na.
Is that a thing though?
I made the thing.
Should we make that a thing now?
I think wherever we go, we should do the top of the afternoon. Top of the, if it's not morning, then or we can just stick the top of the morning even if it's evening. For us, morning gap one na ba?
Yeah, what it becomes like a greeting, right?
Yeah, bala. Top of the morning gap one top is evening. 11, ano? Oh, it's 11.
Let's say goodbye.
Magic Hour. TikTok's Dark Real Magic takes you on a trip around the world. Feature music from Asia, Europe, the US, and more. The Magic Hour, 12 noon till 1 p.m. every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. The Magic Hour from 105.1 TMC.
Bring health into your home. Lacto Puffy Health Alert. Likayi ang flu. Usa sa gikahadlokang sakit karon ang flu nga makuha tungod sa pagbag-o-bag-o sa panahon. Kung healthy ang imong immune system, adunay igong puso ang imong lawas sa paglikay sa mga sakit-sakit sama sa flu. Ang pag-inom kanunay og Lacto Puffy Health Supplement magpapalikod sa atong immune system. Likayi ang sakit. Imong kanunay og Lacto Puffy Health Drink and bring health into your home.
And then what? And then look at that image.
Stupid kayo, pero may nga eh.
Ito na picture. Why would anybody think that thread is real, man? Radio Shack. Like, who has Radio Shack here in Cebu, right? Right? What if I fucking send him a picture of the atomic bomb in Hiroshima? Right? Would they fucking close the school? Huh?
They're overly cautious, Jiggy.
Huh?
Overly cautious.
But still, man, like,
Or call us at 947-283-4026. If food is your aim, then Wang Shanlo Chinese cuisine is indeed at the top of the game. New and improved authentic Chinese menu spearheaded by our Cantonese chef. We are open for dine-in and take-out, also accepting events temporarily located at Central Cafe Glow Town and Hotel and
Right? May klase ko, di ba?
That's so smart. That's so
stupid, man. Like, why would they fucking...
or 032
There has to be like a standard ba na threat to be real or not without, you know what I mean?
Salamin ko sa estante.
That's true.
Wala naman na.
Gamitin mo kasi mata mo.
Mahirap pag nagkakaedad na. Baka tutulong ang lutin na
I mean, why would he
sa retina ng mata? Lutin,
go through all the trouble of making a bomb and not send a legit picture, right? Right?
Exercise.
Right?
Exactly.
Keep on that for a while,
Yeah, it
right?
was gonna be edited. No?
Ano man magimahimo mo kong bomb, kakapoy na kaso na ka-dangerous na. Mapriso pa ko. Di ako ipadang picture nana. I'll take
The picture is
and you'll take it. Yeah. And you'll take it seriously? Anyway. Glago ko noon na mga was like classic.
Ano nga na inyo hang ano? Ano nga na inyo? Wow, the picture.
Mo lagi, di ba? Ano ba sa akin?
All the best dishes from Japan, all originally from Japan. Bateju.
Ano pagbantay kay maghatag niyo.
Sa'yo niya ako, dili niya magbantay. Magbantay-bantay o dato.
Pagbantay-bantay.
On Facebook.
Pareha naman siguro. Pareha naman. Kaya na ako, beware mo ko sa pagbantay.
Pagbantay-bantay, watch out.
Pareha na kaya beware, watch out. Similar na.
I think it can be used pagbantay. At least, like, check out ba? Like, kanang ano ba? Every once in a while. Watch out, beware.
Beware. We're getting a money.
Threat siya.
105.1 TMC ang pinakasubuanon nga radio station. Maayong buntag sa ato mga kaigsunan. Diya nga maayo kay mo binisaya. Mga bisda. Ayan ni Nimrod Quinones.
Yeah, mga lumad na subuanon.
Dili necessarily lumad. Kay naghisgot man to si Deste Gimo bang ingon siya nga kana ko nung subuanon because he not wrote but he made a painting, right?
Yes.
Nga kaninga lumad or lambda
apotheosis
of the Cebuano, right?
Of Cebu.
Of Cebu.
Yeah.
Nga kaninga kana ko nung subuanon according to him. and he shared it to the mayor, to the governor, to everyone during the unveiling of his artwork. Ingon siya, kanang anong subuanon ko no, is a decision that you make. Pwede ka nga, wala ka na tao sa Subo, pwede ka sa lain kang nasod na tao, pero abot ni sa Cebu, you fall in love with the city, and then you associate with yourself as a Cebuano. So kanang subuanon ko no, dili na siya ingon nga by accident of birth.
Yeah.
Subuanon ko is a decision
to make. It's a conscious choice to be a Cebuano. So, that's true.
So mo hisgot taog kaning mga lumad.
That means marag native where they're born. Native of Cebu, like they're born there. Okay.
Kanang lumad siguro, I guess it's different from being a Cebuano, di ba?
Lumad means like you're from there, ana.
You're
born there.
You're literally like born here.
Okay, that's what it means.
Yeah,
okay.
Mo lumad siguro like pure siguro.
So.
You're also like purebred in a way. Nga morag imuhang pamilya diri sad gyud na tao. Walay crossbreeding, if you will, but walay lain nga tao nga, let's just say some Indonesian or some whatever different culture nga,
that's what it means.
I guess that's what lumad is. Anyway, so maayong bungkag kaninyong tanan diha.
Guys, top of the morning, everyone.
Kuya Magic is getting ready for the Magic Hour. It's happening at 12 o'clock, right?
Yep, Magic Hour, 12 o'clock. And we have a lot of people who requested some songs. I remember some people requested the newest tracks. And don't worry, you'll get to listen to those when Kuya Magic plays his international hits.
Also, how do you call this? We also have Lamdag sa Tops with Mimo Osmeña at 3 p.m. this afternoon.
Okay,
right?
perfect.
So it'll be happening at 3 p.m. Lamdag with Mimo Osmeña. Kaning Lamdag siya, kaning Justin. This is like a Q&A a show. You can ask Mimo Osmeña anything, as in anything. And he's able
How
to...
does something work? Why does something work the way that they do? So prepare your questions, guys, because he's ready to answer them all.
Yeah, absolutely. And he's not like one of those shows that has like Google. He doesn't have Google in front of him. He actually takes it from
just from the top of his dome.
Stock knowledge, right?
Yeah, Jiggy, you should see the camera. It's super zoomed to your face. Okay, it's gone.
Why is that? Why is that?
Style looks
nobody looks good at that close.
Oh God, Jiggy, look, Jiggy, it's right there.
Oh no, my God, jeez.
It's okay. It's style.
Makita na ako mga pores. Anyway,
all our pores.
Yeah, pores. Poor pores. Okay, we have some breaking news here. Actually,
okay, perfect.
This is very interesting. Let's just try to read this one. According to Sunstar Cebu, the CIT suspends classes in all levels due to an emergency situation. The Cebu Institute of Technology, University or CITU, announced today, Monday, October 21, that it is suspending all classes in all levels until further notice due to ongoing emergency situation. The elementary and junior high school students are currently being supervised by their teachers while safely evacuating on the school ground. CITU said in its advisory. Parents are given the option to pick up their children if they wish to do so. Please stay tuned for further updates. Your cooperation and understanding are appreciated during this time, it added. So that's the advisory from CIT University, or the Cebu Institute of Technology University. And rumor has it, medyo, this is another bomb threat of sorts. Again, happens all the time, right?
Yeah, what's the joke you were saying kanina? If you're a student and you don't want nga night test.
Yeah, that's really bad. But also, I think I don't know if this is the actual photograph, right?
Okay.
Nga gipakita nila sa
what's your comment on the picture?
Aga kong comment nga picture. If this is the reason why they're suspending classes, murag no, grabe sa ka weird kay tanaw ra gunyo ang label sa whatever this is Radio Shack, right?
And we don't even got that here. We don't even have Radio Shack here.
We don't have Radio
so
Shack.
So the photo
here.
Itself is questionable and kind of funky looking.
The alarm clock looks like it's a rare thing. I don't see that all the time. What I'm saying is, but if you go through all the trouble of making an actual bomb and threaten any institution for that matter, the person has to also be a little bit more diligent and more circumspect of whatever he posts on social media, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like if he's serious enough to do it, then he has to be serious about what to post, right?
Yeah.
And if the picture is like this, why would anybody be threatened by this?
You can't take it seriously.
I know, I can't, right?
But yeah, guys, stay safe.
Anyway.
Again, it's better to not risk anything.
Yeah,
and of course, follow in the instructions of your kanang mga teachers and whatever the institution says.
Yeah, but there has to be like kind of standard also, right?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how.
Well,
this
I think the
works.
authorities are, they're looking closely into those details.
Yeah.
They're considering everything, and there's a reason why they decided to just quit classes.
And I think
today.
and I think this is going on because wala pa nasakpan. Wala pa nasakpan because this has happened before. I remember this happened in UC Banilad, right?
Yes,
I was there.
yes,
I actually saw the thing of the people were evacuated and all that stuff, and then there were pictures of similar to this also, like a threat. So there has to be accountability.
Oh, there is for sure. I think
there has to be
there are
somebody.
laws in place for that.
Yeah.
You can't just taka post mo yan.
Yeah, what I'm saying is masakpan yun siya. Kaya kung dili ni masakpan, this will happen. The copycat phenomenon, right? That's the reason why people don't show the
tolerance also of
they don't show photographs of people who do something bad because they don't want people to be inspired by that whatever that bad thing that person does, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Kaya some of them magpatagad naman ni siya. So I guess it's important to have like a kind of action ba?
Yeah.
Nga naagyo'y masakpan kay kung
let's hope, no?
Kung wala ni masakpan no, this is gonna go on forever.
Yeah. So guys, this is also you don't have to wait for everyone else listening and for the youth. No, you don't have to wait until ay masakpan na. You know what's right from wrong, and this isn't right. So let's stick to doing what's right na lang. Di na tamo huwat kinsa ka na. Di na tamo huwat kinsa nasakpan or what. Just
maybe
just don't do it.
Maybe you can if you happen to know the person who did it. If you happen to know
Come
the person,
clean.
so just tell the authorities, man.
Yeah, that's true.
You can't live
accountability is important.
You don't want to live in a society.
This is tolerated.
Yeah, this is tolerated.
Okay. Let's not tolerate this.
According to my good friend, this is actually a screenshot from Reddit. So imagine that.
Yeah.
So I think
joke ra ba?
no,
Okay.
it's not a joke because it's a really really bad joke. So therefore, it's not a joke. But what I'm saying is, ang picture niya came from a screenshot
From Reddit.
From Reddit. So ang mga authorities na niya, kung investigar mo ano niya, makabaw na mo nga gikan din is Reddit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not true. Whatever, right?
Yeah.
And so you know what I mean? Like there has to be like a kind of standard also ba?
Oh yeah.
Kung unsa inyohang tuuhan, unsa inyong dili. Anybody can just do that. That's the problem.
That's the thing about media also. Fake news is
That's
everywhere.
the problem
so
of the democratization of media, right? Of data, right? Because people can just do whatever they want. It is now technically possible to do this exact thing. But you have to understand where it comes from, where the photograph is. There has to be like digital forensic as well, right?
Yeah,
Yung mga
for sure,
investigar
for
nga,
sure.
saan naging picture? Pero na nga picture, nga na may Radio Shack, gikan ng American tohana, whatever. It's
Exactly.
all these different questions.
Yeah.
Anyway, stay tuned for Kuya Magic. He's got his magic hour coming up next at 12 o'clock this afternoon until 1
Party time.
on 105.1 TMC.
The best of us.
This has been your host for Top of the Morning. My name is Jiggy Juice.
And my name is Justine Arvias. Thank you so much for spending your Monday morning with us, guys.
Of all the things that you could have done, you decided to spend it with us. Thank you. We are honored. Thank you.
Yes, indeed. Have a great day.
On 105.1 TMC.
The best of us. Ooh.
Ako usa ka beso. Ikaw ang pulong, ako ritmo. Ikaw, ako ang balak nung lirik ko sa atong isig usa. Mamuwag ang kugma.